Chapter 1 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. A foreign dish for every day in the year. January. 1. Austrian Goulash. Boil 2 calves' heads in salted water until tender. Then cut the meat from the bone. Fry 1 dozen small peeled onions and 3 potatoes, cut into dice pieces. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour and the sauce in which the meat was cooked. Let boil up, add the sliced meat, 1 teaspoonful of paprika and salt to taste. Let all cook together 15 minutes, then serve very hot. 2. East India Fish. Slice half a pound of cooked salmon, then heat 1 ounce of butter in a stew pan. Add 2 small onions chopped fine, 1 ounce of coconut, 2 hard-boiled eggs chopped. Let cook a few minutes, then add 1 pint of milk. Let boil up once. Add the fish, 1 teaspoonful of curry paste, 1 teaspoonful of paprika and salt to taste. Let cook a few minutes, then stir in 1 large tablespoonful of boiled rice. Serve very hot with toast. 3. English Gems. Cream 1 cup of butter with 2 cups of brown sugar. Add 4 beaten eggs, 1 teaspoonful of soda dissolved in 1 large cup of strong coffee, 1 cup of molasses, 4 cups of sifted flour, half a teaspoonful each of nutmeg, allspice, cloves and mace, 2 teaspoonfuls of cream of tartar sifted with half a cup of flour, 1 cup of raisins, half a cup of currants and chopped citron. Mix well and fill buttered gem pans half full and bake until done. Then cover with chocolate icing. 4. Turkish Pudding. Dissolve half a box of gelatin. Chop a quarter pound of dates and mix with 2 ounces of boiled rice, half a cup of pulverised sugar and 1 teaspoonful of vanilla. Then mix the gelatin with 1 pint of whipped cream. Mix all well together and turn into a mould and stand on ice until cold. Sprinkle with chopped nuts. Serve with whipped cream. 5. Chinese Chicken. Cut a fat chicken into pieces at the joints. Season with all kinds of condiments. Then put in a deep saucepan. Add some chopped ham, a few sliced bamboo sprouts, 1 chopped onion and a handful of walnuts. Cover with hot water and let stew slowly until tender. Add some Chinese sauce and parsley. Serve with shredded pineapple. 6. Scotch Scones. Sift 1½ pints of flour, add a pinch of salt, 1 teaspoonful of soda mixed with 1 pint of sour milk. Mix to a soft dough. Lay on a well-floured baking board and roll 1 inch thick. Cut with a round cake cutter and bake on a hot greased griddle until brown on both sides. Serve hot with butter. 7. Egyptian Meatballs. Chop 1 pound of raw beef, season with salt, pepper and 1 teaspoonful of curry powder. Add 2 stalks of chopped celery, 1 small onion and some chopped parsley. Mix with 2 beaten eggs and half a cup of breadcrumbs and make into small balls. Let cook in hot butter until tender. Serve on a border of boiled rice and pour over all a highly seasoned tomato sauce. 8. Austrian Potato Dumplings. Peel 5 potatoes and boil whole in salted water until tender. Drain, let go cold, then grate them and mix with 4 eggs and 1 ounce of butter. Add salt to taste. Mix well, add flour enough to form into dumplings and fry in deep hot lard until brown. Serve hot with cooked fruit. 9. Belgian Rice Dessert. Cook 1 pint of milk. Add half a cup of boiled rice and some currants. Stir in the yolks of 2 eggs well beaten with 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar. Remove from the fire. Add 1 teaspoonful of vanilla, then form into cylinders. Dip in beaten egg and fine breadcrumbs and fry a golden brown. Sprinkle with pulverised sugar and put some red currant jelly on top and serve. 10. Bavarian Pear Pudding. Soak half a loaf of bread and press dry. Mix with half a pound of chopped suet. Add a teaspoonful of salt, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs and the grated peel of a lemon, a pinch of cinnamon, cloves and allspice. Add some sifted flour. Mix well and form into a large ball. Then peel 1 quart of pears. Cut in half and lay in a large saucepan a layer of pears. Sprinkle with sugar, cinnamon and grated lemon peel. Lay in the pudding, cover with a layer of pears and pour over all 3 tablespoonfuls of syrup. Fill with cold water and boil half an hour, then bake 3 hours and serve hot. 11. French pineapple bisque. Beat the yolks of 4 eggs with 1 cup of pulverised sugar. Add 1 pint of cream, stir well until very light. Then add 1 small can of shredded pineapple and crush a few macaroons. Mix well with a small glass of brandy. Let freeze and serve in small glasses. 12. Russian pancakes. Make a pancake batter and fry in thin cakes. Then spread them with a layer of anchovies, butter and a layer of caviar. Sprinkle with minced shallots, cayenne pepper and lemon juice. Roll up and serve as hot as possible. 13. Egyptian cabbage. Parboil a cabbage in salted water, drain and stuff with chopped cooked mutton. Mix with chopped ham, 1 onion and 2 sprigs of parsley chopped fine. Add half a cup of cooked rice, salt and pepper to taste. Place in a buttered baking dish, sprinkle with bits of butter, add the juice of a lemon and let bake in a moderate oven until done. Baste often with butter and serve hot. 14. Madras baked fish. Season a fish with salt, pepper, some grated green ginger and curry powder. Place in a baking pan with 1 sliced onion, 2 chopped green peppers and 1 sprig of parsley. Pour over some water and hot melted butter. Sprinkle with flour and bake until done. Garnish with sliced lemon and parsley. 15. Norwegian salad. Cut some pickled herring into pieces and mix with flaked lax, 2 peeled apples and 2 boiled potatoes. Cut into dice pieces. Add some chopped shallots and gherkins. Sprinkle with finely minced tarragon and chervil, salt and pepper. Cover with a plain salad dressing. 16. Dutch eggs. Heat some butter in a pan, then break in as many eggs as needed and fry them. Add some sliced onions. Remove the eggs to a platter, arrange the onions on the eggs. Sprinkle with salt and red pepper and pour over some lemon juice. Serve as hot as possible on toast. 17. Bavarian wine soup. Mix 3 pints of red wine with 1 pint of water. Add sugar, nutmeg and cinnamon to taste, and the grated peel of half a lemon. Let come to a boil, then stir in the yolks of 2 well-beaten eggs. Do not boil again. Serve hot with biscuits. 18. English stuffed goose. Season a fat goose with salt and pepper and rub well with vinegar. Then core small apples and fill the goose with the whole apples. Put in the baking pan, sprinkle with flour, pour over 1 cup of hot water, add a lump of butter and bake until done. Baste often with the sauce in the pan. Serve the goose with the whole apples. 19. Vienna peach torte. Make a rich pie dough, then line a pie dish with the dough. Pare and remove the stones from the peaches and cut into quarters. Lay closely on the pie, sprinkle with brown sugar and moisten with wine. Bake in a moderate oven until done. Then spread with a meringue and let brown in the oven a few minutes. 20. Egyptian meat pie. Line a large baking dish with pie dough. Have ready half a pound of calf's liver, chopped, and half a pound of fresh pork chopped fine. Season highly and mix with half a cup of butter, 2 green peppers, 1 onion chopped, and half a can of chopped mushrooms. Moisten with a glass of sherry. Fill the dish with the mixture and cover with the dough. Let bake until done and serve hot. 21. Russian boiled fish. Clean and season a whole fish and let boil with 1 sliced onion, half a cup of vinegar, a few slices of lemon, and 2 sprigs of parsley. Add a tablespoonful of butter and let cook until tender. Remove the fish to a platter, mix the sauce with 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar, a pinch of ginger, cinnamon and nutmeg, and the juice of a lemon. Let boil well, then thicken with the yolks of 2 beaten eggs and pour over the fish. Serve cold. Garnish with lemon slices and olives. 22. Spanish cake. Beat 1 pound of butter with 1 pound of sugar to a cream. Add the yolks of 8 eggs well beaten. Sift 1 pound of flour with 2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder and stir together with 1 cup of milk. Add the whites of eggs, beaten to a stiff froth with a pinch of salt. Flavour with rose water. Bake in a moderate oven until done. 23. Vienna stewed carrots. Peel some carrots and cut in small pieces. Boil in salted water until tender, drain. Brown 1 tablespoonful of flour in 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add half a cup of the water in which the carrots were cooked, 2 tablespoonfuls of vinegar and a little sugar. Let all boil, Then add the carrots and 1 cup of cooked peas, some chopped parsley and a pinch of pepper. Simmer 10 minutes and serve hot. 24. Russian fish roll. Chop some cooked trout and white fish and mix with half a cup of boiled rice. Season with salt, pepper and all kinds of herbs minced fine. Then make a rich pie paste and roll out very thin. Fill with the mixture and make into a roll. Sprinkle with bits of butter and let bake until brown. Serve hot with wine sauce. 25. India curried eggs. Cut hard-boiled eggs in halves, then fry 1 small chopped onion and 1 chopped apple in hot butter. Add 1/4 cup of pounded almonds and 1 pint of milk, mixed with half a tablespoonful of cornstarch. Season with salt and a dessertspoonful of curry powder. Let cook 10 minutes, then add the eggs. Let all get very hot. Serve with croutons. Garnish with fried parsley. 26. Codfish à la lyonnaise. Cut cold boiled codfish in pieces. Then boil 8 small onions until soft. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add the boiled onions, 2 small cold sliced potatoes, the codfish and 1 cup of milk. Sprinkle with pepper. Cover and simmer 10 minutes and serve hot. 27. Jewish krebchen soup. Beat 3 eggs with 2 tablespoonfuls of water and a pinch of salt. Then add enough flour to make a stiff dough. Work it well with flour and roll out as thin as possible. Fold it double and cut into square pieces and fill with minced cooked chicken or veal. Sprinkle with chopped parsley and bits of butter. Fold in the edges. Have ready some soup stock. When boiling, add the krebchen and let boil until done. Serve with the soup. 28. French veal soufflé. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Mix with 2 tablespoonfuls of flour until smooth. Add 1 cup of milk, let boil up. Then add 1 cup of minced veal, some parsley, salt, pepper and nutmeg to taste. Stir in the yolks of 2 eggs. Remove from the fire, let cool. Beat the whites to a stiff froth, add to the meat. Put in a buttered baking dish and bake 20 minutes. Serve at once. 29. Belgian potato salad. Slice cold boiled potatoes very thin and mix with chopped celery and onion. Season with salt and pepper. Then mix the yolks of 2 hard-boiled eggs with 1 tablespoonful of olive oil. Add to the salad with 2 tablespoonfuls of vinegar. Sprinkle with chopped parsley and serve. 30. Polish stewed tongue. Cook a fresh tongue until tender. Skin and slice thin. Put a large spoonful of butter in a saucepan. Add a chopped onion, let brown. Then stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour. Add 2 cups of the water in which the tongue was cooked, a pinch of nutmeg and cinnamon. Let boil with the juice of 1 lemon, 2 tablespoonfuls of vinegar and 1 tablespoonful of sugar. Add the sliced tongue and simmer 10 minutes. Serve hot or cold. 31. Risotto, Italian. Boil 1 cup of rice in salted water until soft. Drain. Then grate Parmesan cheese and cover the rice with cheese. Let steam in the oven a few minutes, then pour over some highly seasoned tomato sauce and serve hot with fried veal chops. End of January. Recording by Lucy Perry, in Bath, on September 17, 2009. Chapter 2 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. February. 1. Oriental Canapés. Take some lobster or crab meat and pound in a mortar. Mix with 1 tablespoonful of butter. Season with salt and pepper, a pinch each of mustard, cayenne, nutmeg and curry powder, and moisten with lemon juice. Cut small rounds of toasted bread. Scoop out some of the centre, fill with the mixture and cover with a curry sauce. Sprinkle with fine breadcrumbs and let bake in the oven a few minutes. Serve hot. 2. Haggis, Scotch. Chop a sheep's tongue, liver and heart and 1 pound of bacon. Add 2 large chopped onions. Season with 1/4 teaspoonful of red pepper and 1 teaspoonful of mixed herbs and salt to taste. Mix with 1 pint of toasted oatmeal, 2 beaten eggs and the grated rind and juice of a lemon. Then clean the pouch of the sheep and fill with the mixture. Lay in boiling water and let boil 3 hours. Serve with apple sauce. 3. Austrian braised tongue. Boil a large fresh beef tongue in salted water until tender. Remove the tongue and lard it with thin strips of bacon. sprinkle with paprika. Lay in a baking pan. Add 1 onion sliced thin and 1 cup of the water in which the tongue was cooked and pour over 1 pint of cream. Let bake in a moderate oven. Baste often with the sauce. Serve hot and pour over the sauce. Garnish with parsley. 4. Russian omelette. Chop 2 shallots with a little parsley and cook in hot water. Add 2 tablespoonfuls of caviar and a teaspoonful of lemon juice. Season to taste. Beat 4 eggs with 1 tablespoonful of cream, salt and pepper, and fry in an omelette pan with hot butter until done. Put the mixture in the centre, turn in the ends and serve at once. 5. Madras potato curry. Cut boiled potatoes into thin slices, then fry 1 chopped onion in 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 3 ounces of grated coconut, 1 teaspoonful of curry powder, and 1 cup of milk, salt and cayenne pepper to taste. Let boil up. Add the sliced potatoes and a sprig of parsley, chopped. Let simmer a few minutes and serve hot. 6. Swiss baked eggs. Melt 1 ounce of butter in a baking pan, then cover the bottom of the pan with thin slices of Swiss cheese. Break in 6 eggs, sprinkle with salt and pepper. Pour over 4 tablespoonfuls of cream. Sprinkle with grated Swiss cheese and let bake in the oven to a delicate brown. Serve hot. 7. Jewish stewed shad. Clean and cut a shad into large slices. Sprinkle with salt, pepper and ginger. Put on to boil with 1 sliced onion, 1 bay leaf, a few cloves, 2 sprigs of parsley and half a cup of vinegar. When done, remove the fish to a platter, add half a cup of raisins, 1 tablespoonful of butter, half a cup of pounded almonds, 1 glass of wine, 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar and a pinch of cinnamon. Let boil until done and pour over the fish. Garnish with sliced lemon and sprigs of parsley and serve cold. 8. Bombay spinach. Boil the spinach in salted water until tender, drain and chop fine. Fry 1 chopped onion in 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add the chopped spinach, a pinch of pepper and curry powder. Cover and let simmer 5 minutes. Serve on a platter with stewed prawns and garnish with croutons. 9. Spanish fricasseed shrimps. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 1 onion chopped and 2 cups of tomatoes. Let fry, then stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour. Add half a cup of water. Let boil. Add 1 quart of shrimps, salt, pepper and parsley. Let all cook 20 minutes. Stir in the yolk of an egg. Remove from the fire. Put some boiled rice on a platter, add the shrimps and pour over the sauce. Serve very hot. 10. Irish baked potatoes. Peel and boil potatoes in salted water until tender. Drain and mash with a lump of butter. Put in a well-buttered baking dish a layer of the potatoes and a layer of fried breadcrumbs until the dish is full. Moisten with beaten eggs, well seasoned with salt and pepper, and 3 tablespoonfuls of milk. Put in the oven to brown. Serve with boiled fish. 11. Russian stewed chicken. Cut a fat chicken into pieces at the joints and let stew, well seasoned with salt and pepper. Then add some small whole onions, some cauliflower, mushrooms and 1 cup of French peas. Let all cook until tender, then serve hot on a large platter. 12. Dutch baked mackerel. Place the mackerel in a baking dish. Sprinkle with pepper and chopped parsley. Cover with fried breadcrumbs and bits of butter and moisten with cream. Then bake until brown on top and serve hot with stewed potatoes. 13. Polish roast mutton. Season a leg of mutton with salt, pepper and a pinch of cloves. Lay in a baking pan with 1 sliced onion, 2 celery roots, 3 cloves of garlic and 2 carrots cut fine, 1 bay leaf, a sprig of thyme and a few peppercorns. Pour over 1 cup of vinegar and 1 cup of hot water. Dredge with flour and let bake in a hot oven. Baste often with the sauce in the pan until nearly done. Then add 1 pint of sour cream and let bake until done. Thicken with flour, boil up and pour over the roast. 14. Italian sugar cakes. Beat 1 1/2 pounds of sugar and half a pound of butter to a cream. Add 4 yolks of eggs, a pinch of salt and nutmeg. Stir in half a pound of flour, 4 ounces of currants, 2 ounces of chopped almonds, 1 tablespoonful of citron and candied orange peel, chopped fine. Add the whites, beaten stiff, and bake in small, well-buttered cake tins until done. Then cover with a thin icing. 15. Oriental stewed prawns. Clean and pick 3 dozen prawns. Heat some dripping in a large saucepan. Add the prawns, 1 chopped onion, salt, pepper and 1 teaspoonful of curry powder. Add 1 pint of stock and let simmer half an hour until tender. Serve on a border of boiled rice. Garnish with fried parsley. 16. Swiss steak. Season a round steak with salt, black pepper and paprika. Dredge with flour and let fry in hot lard on both sides until brown. Then add some sliced onions and moisten well with tomato sauce. Cover and let simmer half an hour. Serve on a hot platter with mashed potatoes. 17. Berlin herring salad. Soak the herring overnight. Remove the milch and mash fine. Cut off the head, skin and bone. Chop the herring. Add chopped apples, pickles, potatoes, olives and capers. Put in the salad bowl. Then add the yolk of a hard-boiled egg to the mashed milch, mustard, 1 teaspoonful of sugar mixed with 1/4 cup of vinegar and a little lemon juice, salt and pepper. Pour the sauce over the salad and garnish with olives and sliced lemon. 18. German lentil soup. To 1 gallon of soup stock, add 1 quart of lentils. Let boil until lentils are soft with 1 sliced onion. Then add some small sausages. Let boil 5 minutes. Season to taste and serve the soup with the sausages and croutons fried in butter. 19. French spiced venison. Rub the venison with salt, pepper, vinegar, cloves and allspice. Then put in a baking pan. Pour over a cup of melted butter. Add 1 onion sliced, some thyme, parsley, the juice of a lemon and a cup of hot water. Let bake, covered, in a hot oven. Baste often with the sauce when nearly done. Sprinkle with flour, add a glass of sherry and let brown. Serve with celery and currant jelly. 20. Spanish mushrooms. Drain 1 can of mushrooms and heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 6 shallots and 1 clove of garlic chopped fine, some parsley and thyme, and the mushrooms. Let all fry a few minutes, then add the mushroom liquor and 2 tablespoonfuls of white wine, salt and pepper to taste. Let simmer 5 minutes and serve hot on slices of toast. 21. Vienna noodle pudding. Boil some fine noodles in salted water for 10 minutes. Let drain. Beat the yolks of 5 eggs with 1 cup of pulverized sugar and mix with the noodles. Add half a cup of raisins, half a cup of pounded almonds, a pinch of cinnamon and the whites of the eggs beaten to a froth. Put in a well-buttered pudding dish and bake until brown. Serve hot with lemon sauce. 22. Dutch sweet potato puff. Peel and boil 3 sweet potatoes in salted water until tender. Then mash well with 3 beaten yolks of eggs, 1 cup of milk, 3 tablespoonfuls of butter, 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar, a pinch of nutmeg and lemon juice. Beat the whites with a pinch of salt to a stiff froth. Add to the potatoes and put in a well-buttered baking dish and bake. Serve hot. 23. Spaghetti, Italian. Boil half a pound of spaghetti until tender. Drain. Heat 1 tablespoonful of butter. Stir in half a pound of grated cheese, salt and pepper. Then add 1 cup of milk. Let boil and pour over the spaghetti. Sprinkle with salt, pepper and grated cheese and let bake in the oven until done. Serve hot. 24. Russian beet soup. Boil 5 medium-sized beets until tender. Then chop and add to a highly seasoned chicken broth. Add the juice of 1 lemon, some cinnamon and nutmeg. Let boil 15 minutes. Then add 1 glass of red wine mixed with a teaspoonful of brown sugar. Let boil a few minutes longer and serve with fried croutons. 25. Boulettes. Chop and mince 1 pound of round steak, 1 onion and 2 sprigs of parsley. Add 1 tablespoonful of lemon juice, 2 tablespoonfuls of melted butter. Season highly with salt, black pepper and a pinch of cayenne. Mix with 1 egg and form into balls. Roll in flour and fry in deep hot lard until brown. Serve hot with tomato sauce. 26. Baden stewed lentils. Boil 1 quart of lentils until tender. Then heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 1 chopped onion and stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Add some cold water mixed with vinegar. Let boil and pour the sauce over the lentils. Season with salt and pepper and serve with small boiled sausages. Sprinkle the top with breadcrumbs, fried in butter until brown. 27. Duck or champignon. Clean and season a pair of wild ducks and cut into pieces at the joints. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter in a saucepan. Add the ducks, 1 large onion chopped fine, 2 cloves of garlic and 1 herb bouquet chopped. Cover and brown a few minutes. Add 1 cup of water and stew until tender. Then add half a can of mushrooms and 1 glass of claret and let simmer until done. 28. Hungarian beef stew. Cut beef into small pieces. Heat some dripping in a saucepan. Add the meat, salt and black pepper. Cover and let stew half an hour. Then add 3 potatoes cut into diced pieces, 1 onion sliced thin, 1 cup of hot water and half a teaspoonful of paprika. Let all cook until tender. Then add some chopped parsley and thicken the sauce with flour mixed in half a cup of milk. Let cook a few minutes and serve hot. End of February. Recording by Lucy Perry, in Bath, on September the 20th, 2009. Chapter 3 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. March. 1. Chicken chop suey. Chinese. Cut all the meat of a chicken into thin strips, season with black pepper and cayenne and fry in hot lard. Add some ham, onion, celery, green bean sprouts and mushrooms, cut fine. Moisten with half a cup of stock. Add 1/4 cup of Chinese sauce, cover and let simmer until tender. Thicken the sauce with flour. Add 2 tablespoonfuls of cream and chopped parsley. Serve hot on a platter with boiled rice. 2. Jewish chalet. Line a well-buttered pudding dish with a rich pie paste and cover with a layer of sliced apples. Sprinkle with cinnamon, grated lemon peel and small bits of butter and moisten with white wine. Then cover with a layer of the paste and fill with another layer of apples, nuts and raisins, a tablespoonful of syrup, the juice of half a lemon and bits of butter. Cover with the top crust, press in the edges with a beaten egg and rub the top with butter. Let bake in a moderate oven until done. 3. Russian relish. Cut some slices of brown bread into fingers 1/2 inch thick. Spread with butter. Mix some Russian caviar with lemon juice to taste and a tablespoonful of finely chopped shallots. Spread the fingers with the mixture and place an oyster in the centre of each. Sprinkle with salt and a pinch of paprika. Serve. Garnish with thin slices of lemon and parsley. 4. Dutch stuffed potatoes. Select fine smooth potatoes. Cut off the end of each and scrape out the inside. Mix this with chopped ham, onion and parsley and a tablespoonful of butter. Season with salt, pepper and lemon juice. Fill the potato with the mixture and let bake in a moderate oven until tender and serve hot. 5. Fish à la Marseille. Cut 2 kinds of fish into slices, season with salt. Mince 2 cloves of garlic, 2 sprigs of parsley, 2 sprigs of thyme and 2 bay leaves very fine. Add a pinch of pepper. Roll the fish in the spice. Then fry 2 sliced onions in butter. Add 1 cup of tomatoes, the juice of a lemon and 2 cups of water. Let boil up. Add the fish and let boil until done. Remove the fish to a platter. Add a cup of white wine to the sauce and 1 tablespoonful of sugar. Boil up and pour over the fish. Serve with toast. 6. Jewish stewed brains. Clean and stew the brains with half a cup of vinegar, 1 sliced onion, salt and pepper. Add a tablespoonful of brown sugar, half a cup of raisins. Let stew until tender. Remove the brains to a platter, add a lump of butter and a tablespoonful of molasses to the sauce. Boil up and pour over the brains. Serve cold. Garnish with lemon slices. 7. Austrian apple strudel. Mix 1 pint of flour with half a cup of water, 4 ounces of butter, 3 eggs and a pinch of salt to a stiff dough. Then roll out as thin as possible. Pour over some melted butter. Cover with chopped apples and raisins. Sprinkle with sugar and cinnamon. Make a large roll. Bake in a buttered baking pan with flakes of butter on top until brown. 8. Vienna nut torte. Blanch 1/4 pound of almonds and pound in a mortar. Then beat 4 eggs with half a cup of sugar. Add 1 teaspoonful of brandy and a teaspoonful of wine and lemon juice. Add 4 lady fingers crumbled up fine. Beat all together with the nuts. Put in a well-buttered pudding dish and bake. Serve with wine sauce. 9. Bavarian cabbage salad. Chop a cabbage with 1 large onion and 2 stalks of celery and 2 peppers. Season well with salt and sprinkle with pepper. Heat some vinegar, add a teaspoonful of prepared mustard. Then beat the yolks of 2 eggs with a tablespoonful of sugar. Add the hot vinegar slowly to the beaten eggs and mix with the cabbage. Serve cold. 10. Russian stewed duck. Clean and cut the duck into pieces and season with salt and pepper. Then cut half a pound of bacon into diced pieces and put in a large saucepan with 1 onion and 2 carrots. Cut fine 1 herb bouquet, a few cloves and a few peppercorns. Add the duck. Let all cook slowly with 1 cup of stock until tender. Then add 1 cup of red wine. Thicken the sauce with flour, boil and serve hot. 11. Russian chicken patties. Chop the white meat of cooked chicken and turkey very fine and mix with 3 chopped truffles and some chopped parsley. Season with the grated peel of half a lemon, a pinch of nutmeg, salt and pepper to taste, and moisten with cream. Make a puff paste and roll out very thin. Cut into squares and fill with a tablespoonful of the mixture. Press the ends together and fry in a deep hot lard until a light brown. Drain and serve very hot with tomato sauce. 12. Japanese salad. Cut some celery, apples and truffles into fine shreds and mix with chrysanthemum flowers. Season with salt and pepper. Put in a salad bowl and cover with a mayonnaise dressing. Garnish with chopped hard-boiled eggs and olives. 13. Polish chops. Season veal chops with salt and pepper and let fry a few minutes in hot dripping. Remove the chops and cover with a mixture of bacon, liver, onions and parsley, minced fine and well seasoned. Then let bake in the oven with 1 cup of beef broth. Baste often and serve very hot. 14. Spanish stewed rabbit. Clean and parboil 2 rabbits, then cut into pieces. Sprinkle with flour and fry in hot lard. Remove the rabbits. Add chopped tomato and onion to the sauce. Mix with flour. Let fry. Add the sauce in which the rabbit was cooked, some lemon juice, half a teaspoonful of red pepper, parsley and salt to taste. Cook 10 minutes, then add the rabbit and simmer 5 minutes. Serve hot with boiled rice. 15. Scotch baked mutton. Season a leg of mutton well with salt and pepper. Dredge with flour and let bake in a hot oven until nearly done. Then add some boiled turnips cut in quarters. Sprinkle with pepper and flour. Let bake until browned. Serve the mutton on a platter with the turnips. 16. Belgian stuffed shad. Season and stuff the shad with chopped oysters and mushrooms well seasoned. Place in a well-buttered baking dish. Sprinkle with fine breadcrumbs, chopped onion and parsley. Put flakes of butter on top and pour in 1 cup of tomato sauce. Let bake until done. Baste often with the sauce. Serve with celery salad with French dressing. 17. Italian roast beef. Cut several deep incisions in the upper round of beef and press into them lardons of salt pork. Stick 2 cloves of sliced garlic and 1 dozen cloves into the meat. Season with salt and pepper and dredge with flour. Put in the dripping pan with some hot water and let roast until tender. Serve with boiled macaroni. 18. French apple soufflé. Cook apples and sweeten to taste. Mash well with 1 tablespoonful of butter. Beat the yolks of 3 eggs with 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar, the juice and rind of half a lemon. Add the whites beaten to a stiff froth. Put in a buttered pudding dish and bake in a moderate oven until done. 19. German sweet pretzels. Mix half a pound of flour with half a pound of fresh butter. Add 1/4 pound of sugar, 1 egg and 1 beaten yolk, 1 tablespoonful of sweet cream and some grated lemon peel. Mix thoroughly and mould the dough into small wreaths. Brush the top with the yolk of an egg and sprinkle with powdered sweet almonds. Lay in a well-buttered baking tin and bake until a deep yellow. 20. French waffles. Sift 3 cups of flour with 1 1/2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder and half a teaspoonful of salt. Beat the yolks of 3 eggs. Add a tablespoonful of melted butter and 2 cups of warm milk. Add the beaten whites and stir in the flour, making a light batter. Grease the waffle irons and fill with the batter. Bake until a delicate brown. Remove to a hot dish. Serve hot with powdered sugar on top. 21. Swedish stewed mutton. Season the breast of mutton with salt, pepper, thyme and mace. Let stew slowly with 1 onion and 2 cloves of garlic, chopped. Add some chopped capers and mushrooms. Cook until tender. Then thicken the sauce with flour mixed with a glass of wine and boil up. Serve hot with baked turnips. 22. Swedish pie. Make a rich pie dough. Line a deep pie dish with the paste and let bake. Then fill with chopped boiled fish, oysters, shrimps, and some chopped mushrooms. Sprinkle with salt and paprika and the grated peel of a lemon. Pour over a quarter of a cup of melted butter and the juice of half a lemon and a beaten egg. Then cover with the dough and let bake until done. Serve hot. 23. Greek stuffed eggplant. Parboil the eggplant and cut in half. Scrape out some of the inside and chop some cooked lamb, 2 green peppers, 1 onion and 2 tomatoes. Then mix with a beaten egg, 1 tablespoonful of butter, salt and pepper to taste. Fill the halves with the mixture, sprinkle with breadcrumbs and bits of butter. Put in a baking dish with a little stock and bake. 24. Norwegian fish pudding. Remove the bones from a large cooked fish and chop to a fine mince. Mix with 2 beaten eggs, 2 tablespoonfuls of cream, 1 tablespoonful of butter. Season with salt, black pepper and a quarter of a teaspoonful of paprika. Beat well together with some breadcrumbs. Fill a mould with the pudding and let steam 1 hour. Then boil the sauce in which the fish was cooked, add 1 tablespoonful of butter, chopped parsley and chopped onion. Season highly, boil and serve with the pudding. 25. Japanese eggs. Cook some rice in a rich chicken stock. Place on a platter. Fry 6 eggs and trim neatly. Sprinkle with salt, black pepper, chopped parsley and lemon juice. Put the eggs on the rice and pour a little hot tomato sauce over the base of the platter and serve. 26. Jewish stewed brisket. Boil beef brisket until tender and slice thin. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter, add 1 chopped onion. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Add the water in which the meat was cooked, half a cup of raisins, half a cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar and some cinnamon, and 1 carrot sliced thin, salt, pepper and a few cloves. Let boil. Add the brisket and simmer 15 minutes. Serve hot or cold. 27. Hungarian fruit roll. Make a pie dough. Roll out and spread with melted butter, raisins, currants, chopped apples, nuts and shredded citron. Cover well with brown sugar and sprinkle with cinnamon and the grated peel of a lemon. Roll up the dough. Lay in a buttered baking pan. Rub the top well with melted butter and let bake until brown. Serve with wine sauce. 28. Dutch stewed fish. Cook a large fish with 1 onion, 2 stalks of celery, parsley, a tablespoonful of butter, salt and pepper until done. Remove fish to a platter. Add 2 chopped pickles, the juice and rind of a lemon, half a cup of vinegar. Mash the yolks of 2 boiled eggs with 1 raw egg, a teaspoonful of prepared mustard and a tablespoonful of butter. Add to the sauce and boil. Lay the fish in the boiling sauce 10 minutes, then serve. 29. Belgian lamb chops. Season lamb chops, dredge with flour and fry until brown. Keep hot. Fry 1 chopped onion and 1 small carrot in 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 1 tablespoonful of flour, stir until light brown. Add half a cup of water, let boil well. Add parsley, a few cloves and peppercorns, salt and pepper, and 1 bay leaf minced fine. Boil well. Add 1 glass of claret, then pour the sauce hot over the chops and garnish with French peas. 30. Austrian apple omelette. Peel, core and slice some apples very thin. Heat 1 large tablespoonful of butter in a frying pan. Put in the apples and let them steam until tender. Make an egg omelette batter. Sweeten to taste and pour over the apples. Let cook until set. Cover thickly with sugar and sprinkle with cinnamon. Serve hot with wine sauce. 31. Fish à la Normandy. Boil a trout well seasoned. Add 1 sliced onion, 1 carrot chopped, 2 sprigs of parsley and 1 bay leaf, a few peppercorns and 1 tablespoonful of butter. When done, beat the yolks of 2 eggs with a little cream. Add salt and a pinch of cayenne. Remove the fish to a platter. Mix the egg sauce with the water in which the fish was cooked. Add half a cup of cream. Let get very hot and pour over the fish. Garnish with parsley. Serve hot. End of March. Recording by Lucy Perry, in Bath, on September the 20th, 2009. Chapter 4 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. April. 1. Italian tongue. Boil a beef tongue until tender, skin and slice thin. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 1 chopped onion and 2 cloves of garlic minced fine. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Add a little water, 1 cup of tomato sauce, half a cup chopped mushrooms, lemon juice, salt and pepper to taste. Let boil. Add the sliced tongue and half a glass of sherry wine. Simmer 10 minutes. Serve with baked macaroni. 2. German prune pudding. Cook 1 pound of prunes in a large saucepan with sliced lemon, a piece of stick cinnamon and brown sugar. Soak half a loaf of bread in water, press out dry. Add 3 eggs, a quarter of a teaspoonful each of cinnamon, cloves and allspice. Add flour sifted with a teaspoonful of baking powder. Make into a large roll, place in the centre of the prunes, cover with brown sugar and a tablespoonful of molasses and put in the oven to bake until done. Serve hot or cold. 3. Swiss pot roast. Season a breast of veal with salt, pepper and ginger. Heat a cupful of dripping. Lay the meat in the stewpan with the dripping, 1 onion, some celery seed, caraway seed, a few peppercorns and parsley. Cover and let stew slowly until nearly done. Then add 1 cup of tomato sauce and cook slowly until tender. Serve with baked potatoes. 4. Mushrooms à la bordelaise. Drain 1 can of mushrooms. Chop 6 shallots very fine and sauté in 1 tablespoonful of butter. Add the chopped mushrooms, sprinkle with salt, pepper, some chopped parsley and 1 minced bay leaf. Let cook 10 minutes with half a glass of sherry wine. Serve hot on slices of French toast. 5. Turkish soup. Season and fry some lamb chops. Add 2 green peppers sliced thin, 1 onion chopped and a herb bouquet. Then cook half a cup of barley in 1 quart of soup stock until tender. Pour all together and let cook until meat is very tender. Serve hot. 6. Scotch omelette. Boil young tender leeks in salted water, let drain. Chop to a fine mince and fry in hot butter. Add 6 well-beaten eggs, sprinkle with salt and pepper and fold into an omelette and serve on a hot dish. 7. Jewish egg bread. Soak some mozzos in milk for a few minutes, then dip them into seasoned beaten eggs. Add a pinch of sugar and let them fry in hot rendered butter until a golden brown. Sprinkle with pulverized sugar and cinnamon and serve hot with coffee. 8. Bombay broiled kidney. Clean sheep's kidneys and cut into thin slices. Sprinkle with salt, cayenne pepper and grated lemon peel. Then dip in beaten egg and fine breadcrumbs and broil on a hot greased gridiron. Serve on buttered toast, spread with curry paste. 9. German prune kuchen. Boil some prunes until tender. Remove the kernels and mash the prunes well. Mix with sugar, cinnamon and lemon juice to taste. Make a rich biscuit dough. Roll out and place on a well-buttered baking pan. Fill with the prunes and let bake until done. Serve cold. 10. French roast with carrots. Lard a round of beef with slices of bacon and put in a large saucepan. Cover and let brown a few minutes. Add sliced onion and boiling water to cover. Let cook slowly until tender. Then scrape 6 carrots and cut thin. Add 2 sliced onions, 2 cloves of garlic and let cook until tender. Thicken with butter and flour. Season highly with salt, pepper and parsley. Add to the meat and let all cook together a half hour and serve hot. 11. Spanish fried chicken. Cut a fat hen into pieces at the joints and boil until tender. Season and fry with 1 onion and 2 green peppers chopped fine. Add 1 cup of tomato sauce, salt and pepper to taste. Serve the chicken on a platter with boiled rice. 12. Hungarian bread pudding. Chop half a cup of suet. Mix with half a loaf of stale bread that has been soaked and pressed dry. Add 1 cup of chopped apples, 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of chopped raisins and nuts. Sprinkle with cinnamon, nutmeg and grated lemon peel. Then mix with the yolks of 4 eggs and the whites beaten stiff. Put in a well-buttered pudding dish and let bake until done. Serve hot with wine sauce. 13. Swedish baked turnips. Peel small tender turnips. Heat 1 tablespoonful of butter in a saucepan. Place the turnips in whole, sprinkle with salt and pepper. Add a tablespoonful of sugar. Pour over a cup of water, cover and let cook for 1 hour until tender but not broken. Thicken the sauce with flour and milk. Add a little water and set in the oven a half hour, covered with paper. Then serve. 14. Belgian baked bananas. Skin fine bananas and lay them whole in a baking dish. Sprinkle with sugar and grated lemon peel. Add the juice of 1 orange, half a lemon and half a glass of sherry wine. Let bake in a quick oven. Put the bananas in a glass dish and pour over the sauce. Let get cold and serve. 15. Japanese rice. Boil 1 cup of rice, add 3 chopped shallots, 1 teaspoonful of soy and salt to taste. Place on a platter, cover with chopped hard-boiled eggs, sprinkle with salt, paprika and chopped parsley. Garnish with some thin slices of smoked salmon. 16. Scotch loaf cake. Mix half a pound of butter with 1/4 pound of sugar, half a cup of chopped nuts and half a cup of shredded citron. Then work in 1 pound of sifted flour with 2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. Make a loaf a ½ inch thick and bake in a moderate oven until done. 17. English meatloaf. Chop cooked veal and boiled ham. Place in a well-greased mould, alternate layers of veal, ham and hard-boiled eggs. Sprinkle with pepper, mace and chopped parsley. Moisten with beef stock and let bake in the oven. Serve cold, sliced very thin, garnished with watercress. 18. Jewish Purim cakes. Beat 1 cup of sugar with half a cup of butter to a cream. Add 2 beaten eggs, a pinch of salt, half a cup of milk and the grated peel of half a lemon. Add enough sifted flour with 1 teaspoonful of baking powder to make a soft biscuit dough. Put on a well-floured baking board. Roll out a ½ inch thick. Cut into triangles and drop in a kettle of hot rendered butter. Fry until a golden brown. Then mix some powdered sugar with a little milk and flavour with vanilla. Spread on the top. 19. Swiss pie. Make a rich pie dough. Line a buttered pie dish with the dough, then slice 3 onions very thin and let cook in hot butter until tender. Add a pinch of salt. Fill the pie with the onions, cover the top with cream and let bake in a moderate oven until done. Serve hot or cold. 20. French apple fritters. Peel and slice large apples, sprinkle with sugar and lemon juice and make a rich egg batter. Sweeten to taste and flavour with 2 tablespoonfuls of orange flower water. Lay the sliced apples in the batter and fry in deep hot lard to a golden brown. Serve with wine sauce. 21. Jewish Purim torte. Line a well-buttered baking dish with a rich pie paste. Then mix 1 cup of fine poppy seeds with the yolks of 5 eggs and half a cup of sugar, some chopped raisins and nuts, and the juice of half a lemon. Add the whites beaten stiff. Then fill with the mixture and let bake until done. 22. English boiled pudding. Mix ½ pound of butter with ½ pound of powdered sugar to a cream. Add the yolks of 6 eggs beaten, half a cup of seeded raisins and some chopped citron, a pinch of nutmeg and cinnamon. Mix in ½ pound of sifted flour and half a teaspoonful of baking powder. Add the whites, beaten to a stiff froth, put in a buttered pudding mould and let boil until done. Serve with brandy sauce. 23. German stewed brains. Clean the brains. Heat 1 tablespoonful of drippings in a pan. Add the brains, 1 sliced onion, some parsley, salt and pepper. Let stew 15 minutes. Thicken the sauce with butter and flour. Let boil up. Serve hot with spinach and sprinkle all with chopped hard-boiled eggs. 24. Scotch cream muffins. Sift 1 pint of flour with 1 teaspoonful of baking powder. Beat 3 yolks of eggs with a pinch of salt. Add 1 pint of cream and 1 tablespoonful of melted butter. Stir in the flour. Add the whites beaten to a stiff froth. Beat all well together. Fill the muffin rings half full and bake in a quick oven for 20 minutes. 25. French tart. Make a rich pie dough. Line a large pie dish with the paste and bake. Take 3 ounces of almonds and pound to a paste. Add 3 tablespoonfuls of pulverized sugar, 2 tablespoonfuls of melted butter, half a teaspoonful of cinnamon and the yolks of 2 eggs, well beaten, with 1 tablespoonful of rum. Add the beaten whites, fill the pie and bake in a moderate oven. Then make a glacé. Mix 1 ounce of granulated sugar with 1 tablespoonful of cold water and let come to a boil. Put on the pie when cool and serve. 26. Polish stewed beans. Break string beans into pieces and let boil in salted water until tender. Then heat 1 tablespoonful of butter, stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Add the water in which the beans were cooked, half a cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar, some cinnamon and cloves to taste. Let sauce boil. Add the beans and simmer 10 minutes. Serve hot with a beef pot roast. 27. Vienna milk rolls. Sift 1 1/2 quarts of flour, add half a teaspoonful of salt. Work in a large tablespoonful of butter, then stir in half a cup of milk with a piece of yeast dissolved in the milk and a teaspoonful of sugar. Beat all up well with 1 pint of milk. Let raise overnight. Roll out an inch thick, cut with a biscuit cutter, rub with melted butter, lay in a buttered baking pan. Let raise 1 hour. Then bake in a hot oven 20 minutes. 28. Scotch potato stew. Cut the potatoes into small diced pieces and fry in hot lard. Then fry 1 onion cut fine in hot butter, but do not brown. Stir in some flour, then add milk, salt, pepper and parsley. Let boil up once and add the potatoes to the sauce. Let all get very hot and serve. 29. Jewish dumplings. Soak 6 crackers in water, then press dry. Fry 1 chopped onion in butter and pour over the crackers. Add 3 eggs and chopped parsley. Sprinkle with salt, pepper and nutmeg. Mix all with some cracker meal until you can form into balls and boil in salted water until done. Serve hot with melted butter poured over them and garnish with parsley. 30. Italian soup. Chop some cabbage and let fry in 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add half a cup of rice, dry, and 1 clove of garlic chopped with half a small onion. Let fry a few minutes, then add 2 quarts of soup stock seasoned with salt, white pepper and a little saffron to taste. Add half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, let all cook until done. Serve with toasted croutons. End of April. Recording by Lucy Perry, in Bath, on December 15th, 2009. Chapter 5 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. May. 1. Turkish puree. Boil 1 cup of lentils with 1 bay leaf, 2 sprigs of parsley, a pinch of salt and pepper to taste. Add some mace and cook until tender. Then fry 1 chopped onion in 2 tablespoonfuls of olive oil. Add the lentils and 1 cup of cooked rice and 1 tablespoonful of butter. Stir well together and let get very hot. Put on a platter and pour over a highly seasoned tomato sauce and serve. Garnish with fried parsley. 2. Jewish kugel. Soak half a loaf of bread in water, then press it dry. Heat half a cup of butter and mix with the bread. Add 2 chopped apples, half a cup of raisins, half a cup of pounded almonds and the grated peel of a lemon. Add the yolks of 4 eggs and the whites beaten to a stiff froth. Mix well together. Put in a buttered pudding dish and pour over half a cup of melted butter. Let bake in a moderate oven until brown. Serve hot. 3. English muffins. Take 1 quart of warm milk, half a cup of yeast, 1 teaspoonful of salt and flour enough to make a stiff batter. Let stand to raise until light. Then add half a cup of melted butter, 1 teaspoonful of soda dissolved in a little water. Add enough flour to make a very stiff batter and let raise half an hour. Then fill well-greased muffin rings half full with the batter and bake in a quick oven until done. Serve with butter. 4. Spanish roast veal. Season a 6-pound veal roast with salt and pepper and rub well with butter. Put in the dripping pan with 1 large sliced onion, 1 bay leaf, 2 sprigs of parsley and 2 of thyme and sage. Add half a teaspoonful each of cloves, allspice and mace. Pour in 1 cup of hot water and the juice of a lemon and dredge with flour. Add a tablespoonful of butter. Let bake until brown and tender. Baste often with the sauce and serve. 5. Madras stewed chicken. Cut a spring chicken into pieces at the joints, season with salt and pepper, fry in hot lard with some tender mutton chops. Fry 1 sliced onion in hot butter with 2 ounces of rice, 1 teaspoonful of curry powder and 1 chopped apple. Add to the chicken. Moisten with 1 quart of chicken broth, season to taste and let simmer until the chicken and mutton are very tender. Then add 1 pint of hot oysters and the juice of half a lemon. Let all get very hot and serve on a platter with fried eggplant. 6. Irish beef rolls. Chop some fat beef with 1 onion and 2 sprigs of parsley. Season with salt, pepper, nutmeg and a little mace to taste and the grated rind of half a lemon, 1 beaten egg and half a cup of fine breadcrumbs. Mix all well together and shape into rolls. Then heat some dripping in a saucepan. Lay in the rolls, cover and let simmer until brown. Serve hot with the sauce. 7. Norwegian fruit pudding. Boil 1 pint of raspberries and 1 pint of red currants in 2 cups of water until soft. Add 3 cups of sugar, some cinnamon, 1 cup of pounded almonds and 1 tablespoonful of chopped citron. Let cook and mash until smooth, then thicken with a little cornstarch. Remove from the fire and pour into a mould. When cold, serve with whipped cream. 8. Spanish puffs. Put a large cupful of water in a saucepan. Add 2 ounces of butter, 1/4 of a teaspoonful of salt, 1 tablespoonful of pulverized sugar. While boiling, stir in sifted flour until stiff and smooth. Remove from the stove and stir in the yolks of 4 eggs, 1 at a time, and the beaten whites. Then fry by the teaspoonful in boiling lard until browned. Serve with a caramel sauce. 9. Belgian veal scallop. Chop cooked veal to a fine mince. Butter a baking dish and put alternate layers of veal, rice and tomato sauce until the dish is full. Cover over with fine breadcrumbs. Pour over some melted butter and let bake in the oven until brown. Serve with French peas. 10. Parisian chicken. Clean and season 2 spring chickens. Put them in a saucepan with 3 tablespoonfuls of butter, cover and let simmer until brown. Add half a can of mushrooms, chopped parsley and 1 glass of wine. Let all cook until done. Put on a platter and pour over 1 cup of hot cream. Serve garnished with croutons. 11. German boiled noodles. Make a stiff noodle dough. Roll out very thin and cut into ribbons 1/2 inch wide. Let them dry and boil in salted water. Drain in a colander. Fry some sliced onions in butter until soft. Add the noodles. Stir and serve hot with stewed chicken. 12. Dutch baked fish. Clean and split a fish open down the back. Remove the backbone. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Put in a baking dish, flesh side up. Put flakes of butter on top. Sprinkle with a little flour. Moisten with cream. Bake in a hot oven until brown. Pour over a hollandaise sauce and serve hot. 13. Vienna cheese tourte. Mix 1 cup of cottage cheese with 1 tablespoonful of cream, 1 tablespoonful of flour, 1 tablespoonful of butter, 3 tablespoonfuls of sugar, the yolks of 3 eggs, and a pinch of salt and cinnamon. Mix all together with the whites beaten stiff. Then line muffin rings with a rich pastry dough. Fill with the cheese and bake in a moderate oven until brown. 14. Hungarian fried noodles. Beat 3 eggs with 2 tablespoonfuls of water, add a pinch of salt and enough flour to make a stiff dough work well. Then roll out as thin as paper, fold the dough and cut into round pieces. Fry in deep hot lard to a golden brown. Serve hot with stewed chicken. 15. Belgian roasted lamb. Season 4 pounds of lamb with salt, pepper and lemon juice. Put in the dripping pan with 2 small chopped onions, 1 bay leaf, 2 sprigs of parsley and thyme. Then pour over half a cup of butter and dredge with flour. Add a cup of hot water and the juice of a lemon. Let bake in a hot oven until done. Serve with French peas. 16. Russian salad. Chop half a pound of cold roast veal with 1/4 pound of smoked salmon, 3 sour pickles, 2 sour apples, 1 large onion, some beans and capers, and 3 hard-boiled eggs chopped fine. Add some chopped nuts. Season and pour over a mayonnaise dressing. Garnish with sliced beets and olives. Serve cold. 17. French rolls. Prepare the dough as for bread. Work in 1/4 pound of butter and 1/4 pound of sugar. Add 4 beaten eggs. Form into rolls. Put in a well-buttered baking pan. Let them raise half an hour. Brush the tops with beaten egg and let bake until done. 18. German herring salad. Soak herrings overnight in cold water. Remove the milch, cut off the head and skin, and cut the herring into small pieces. Add 2 apples, 2 pickles, 3 hard-boiled eggs, 1 onion, a few olives, all cut fine. Put into a bowl. Mash the milch with a little mustard, 1 teaspoonful of sugar, pepper and salt. Add 1/4 cupful of vinegar and mix all well together. Garnish with sliced lemon and serve with boiled potatoes. 19. Belgian fried calf's feet. Clean and boil the calf's feet until tender. Season with salt and pepper. Remove the large bones from the feet. Beat 2 eggs with salt and pepper. Dip the feet in the beaten eggs, then roll in fine breadcrumbs and fry in deep hot lard until brown. Serve hot with tomato sauce. 20. Italian ice cream. Whip 1 quart of cream with 2 cupfuls of sugar until stiff. Put in the freezer until half frozen. Then add the juice and grated peel of 2 lemons, 2 tablespoonfuls of fine brandy, and a little pistache colouring. Let freeze until hard and serve with cake. 21. French chocolate biscuits. Beat the yolks of 6 eggs with 10 ounces of powdered sugar. Add 1 ounce of powdered French chocolate. Mix well with 4 ounces of flour and the whites beaten stiff with a pinch of salt. Add 1 tablespoonful of vanilla extract. Bake on wafer sheets in small cakes to light brown. 22. India canapés. Cut slices of bread into delicate circles and toast in butter. Then take 1 ounce of chutney and 2 ounces of grated Parmesan cheese. Spread the toast with ham and the chutney and sprinkle with grated cheese. Set in the oven a few minutes and serve hot. Garnish with fried parsley. 23. Chicken à la tartare. Season and stew 2 spring chickens with 1 onion, some capers, parsley, 1 bay leaf and 2 sprigs of thyme chopped fine, until tender. Remove the chickens. Add 1 tablespoonful of minced pickles, 1 teaspoonful of made mustard, 1 teaspoonful of tarragon, and half a cup of mayonnaise sauce. Let boil up and pour over the chickens. Serve with boiled rice. 24. Jewish pudding. Soak 6 mozzo crackers in water. Press dry and mix with 1 tablespoonful of butter, a pinch of salt, the yolks of 5 eggs, a small cup of sugar, some cinnamon, half a cup of raisins, and a little grated lemon peel. Add the beaten whites and bake until brown. Serve with wine sauce. 25. German potato pancakes. Peel 3 large potatoes and lay in salted water half an hour. Then grate the potatoes. Add pepper, salt, 3 eggs, and a large spoonful of flour. Beat well together and fry in hot lard by the tablespoonful until light brown. Serve hot with a pot roast. 26. English roast veal. Season a veal loin with salt and pepper and rub with butter. Put in the dripping pan with sliced onions, tomatoes and parsley, and 2 tablespoonfuls of dripping. Let roast. Baste often until tender. Serve hot or cold, cut into thin slices. 27. Russian rice pudding. Mix cold boiled rice with the juice and rind of a lemon, 1 cup of sugar, and half a glass of fine rum. Then press into a mould. Let get very cold and serve with cold cooked fruit. 28. Scotch pudding. Take 2 quarts of black cherries, remove the stones and mix with half a pound of fine bread crumbs, some chopped nuts, the beaten yolks of 4 eggs and half a cup of sugar. Add the whites beaten stiff. Bake in a well-buttered pudding dish and serve cold. 29. Italian potato balls. Peel and boil potatoes in salted water until soft. Drain and mash smooth. Take a pint of the mashed potatoes, mix with 2 tablespoonfuls of melted butter and 1 egg. Add a little flour and form into balls. Put them in a well-buttered baking pan. Sprinkle with grated Parmesan cheese and bake in a quick oven to a golden brown. Serve with stewed chicken. 30. Belgian veal cutlets. Season veal cutlets, dip in beaten egg and roll in fine breadcrumbs. Fry in deep hot lard. Keep hot. Chop a few onions with a clove of garlic and fry in a tablespoonful of butter. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Add a little water and the juice of a lemon, salt, pepper and nutmeg to taste. Let boil well, then remove from the fire. Stir in the yolks of 2 eggs and let get very hot. Pour over the chops. Serve with French peas. 31. French lemon cookies. Beat the yolks of 4 eggs, add 1 cup of butter and 3 cups of sugar beaten. Add the whites beaten stiff and a teaspoonful of lemon extract. Add enough flour with a teaspoonful of baking powder to make a stiff dough. Roll out thin. Cut into small cookies and bake in a quick oven to a light brown. End of May. Recording by Lucy Perry in Bath on September the 11th, 2010. Chapter 6 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. June. 1. Italian stuffed tomatoes. Cut tomatoes in halves, take out some of the pulp. Fry 1 large onion in butter, add the tomato pulp, a piece of beef marrow, 2 sprigs of chopped parsley, salt and pepper. Remove from the fire. Add a beaten egg and mix with breadcrumbs and a pinch of nutmeg. Then fill the tomatoes, sprinkle with buttered breadcrumbs and bake until done. Serve on a platter with poached eggs. Garnish with croutons. 2. English salad. Pick, wash and drain 2 heads of lettuce and break into pieces. Mix with some watercress, shredded celery and a few leaves of mint. Put in a salad bowl, sprinkle with salt, pepper, sugar and lemon juice and pour over a salad dressing. Garnish with slices of hard-boiled eggs and pickled beetroot. 3. Scotch stuffed eggs. Boil eggs until hard, remove the shells. Cut out the centres lengthwise, then chop cooked chicken to a fine mince. Add the yolk of a raw egg and mix with cream. Season to taste with salt and pepper. Fill the eggs and dip them in beaten eggs and fine breadcrumbs and fry a light brown. Serve hot with cream sauce. Garnish with parsley. 4. Oriental vegetable curry. Peel and fry some small onions. Add 2 stalks of celery, cut into inch pieces. Sprinkle with salt, pepper and curry powder. Add a few truffles and pour over all 1 cup of stock. Let stew until tender. Then boil some potatoes, mash smooth with butter and season with curry sauce. Place a border of mashed potatoes on a platter and put the stew in the centre. Serve hot. Garnish with fried parsley. 5. Chinese noodle soup. Boil a large hen in 3 quarts of water. Add a few slices of ham, 1 onion sliced, some sliced mushrooms, 2 stalks of celery cut fine, 2 tomatoes and Chinese chopped herbs. Let cook 3 hours and strain. Then boil up. Add fine noodles and let cook 10 minutes. Add chopped parsley and serve at once. 6. Hindu eggs. Slice some hard-boiled eggs and place in a well-buttered baking dish. Cover with well-beaten raw eggs. Sprinkle with salt, pepper, cayenne and curry powder, a few bits of butter rolled in breadcrumbs and some grated cheese. Let bake in a moderate oven until done. 7.
Portugal veal stew. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of olive oil in a stewpan. Add 2 sliced onions, a clove of garlic, and a few capers. Let fry a few minutes. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Add half a cup of stock, season with salt, pepper, cinnamon, cloves, and a pinch of saffron. Add 1 cup of white wine. Let boil. Then add cooked veal sliced thin. Let cook 10 minutes in the sauce and serve very hot. 8. Italian coffee cream. Mix 1 1/2 cups of strong coffee with half a cup of rich milk in a double boiler. Add half a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoonful of gelatin, and a pinch of salt. Then stir in the yolks of 3 eggs, beaten with half a cup of sugar until it thickens. Remove from the fire. Add the whites beaten to a froth and a teaspoonful of vanilla. Pack in a mould and freeze until hard and serve with whipped cream. 9. Scotch rarebit. Cut half a pound of cheese in very small pieces and add 1 ounce of fresh butter, 2 tablespoonfuls of fine breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoonful of prepared mustard, salt and pepper, and a pinch of cayenne to taste. Mix well together to a smooth paste. Have ready some buttered toast. Place on a dish, spread with the mixture and set in the oven until melted. Serve at once. 10. Irish ham omelette. Beat 6 yolks of eggs with a pinch of salt. Add the whites beaten stiff and mix with a tablespoonful of cream. Beat 2 ounces of butter in an omelette pan. Add the beaten eggs and shake the pan to spread evenly. Have ready some finely minced ham. Spread on half of the omelette, fold, and serve at once on a hot dish. 11. Jewish stewed tongue. Boil a calf's tongue in salted water until tender. Skin and slice thin. Then heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 1 chopped onion. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Add 2 cups of the water in which the tongue was cooked, 1/4 of a cup of seeded raisins, a few cloves, 1 bay leaf, 1/4 of a cup of vinegar, and half a teaspoonful of paprika. Let all boil well. Then add the sliced tongue. Let simmer 10 minutes. Serve hot or cold. 12. French prune soufflé. Cook half a pound of prunes until soft, remove the stones, and cut the prunes into small pieces. Mix with some chopped nuts and the yolks of 3 eggs, well beaten, with 3 tablespoonfuls of pulverized sugar. Add 1 teaspoonful of vanilla and the whites of the eggs beaten stiff. Put in a pudding dish and bake in a moderate oven for 10 minutes and serve. 13. Italian cooked eggs. Take 6 hard-boiled eggs and cut lengthwise. Put in a pan with 12 anchovies, some onion juice, and 1 tablespoonful of finely chopped parsley. Season with salt, white pepper, and a little nutmeg, grated. Then pour over all half a pint of sour cream. Let boil up once and serve hot with croutons. 14. Spanish broiled steak. Season a porterhouse steak with salt and pepper and rub with butter. Place on a hot gridiron and let broil on a quick fire on both sides. Make this sauce. Chop 1 onion and brown in 1 tablespoonful of butter. Add half a cup of stock and half a cup of claret. Let boil well. Season and thicken the sauce with a little flour and some chopped parsley. Let boil up and serve at once with the steak. 15. Liver à la Bourgogne. Season a calf's liver with salt and pepper. Put a few slices of bacon in a saucepan. Let get very hot. Add the liver, 1 onion, 1 carrot, 2 bay leaves, and 2 sprigs of thyme minced fine. Cover and let brown a few minutes. Then add 1 glass of sherry wine, salt and pepper, and sprinkle with flour. Let simmer 10 minutes. Serve hot with potatoes. 16. Messina macaroni. Boil some macaroni in salted water until tender. Then fry 1 onion and 2 cloves of garlic chopped in olive oil. Add 1 cup of tomato sauce, salt, and pepper to taste. Then add the macaroni and let fry all together. Serve hot with baked chicken. 17. Dutch prune pudding. Boil prunes until very soft. Remove the stones. Mash well. Add the yolks of 4 beaten eggs, 3 tablespoonfuls of sugar, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoonful of vanilla, half a cup of chopped nuts, and the whites of the eggs beaten stiff. Put in a well-buttered pudding dish and bake in a moderate oven until done. Serve cold. 18. Irish beef stew. Season a piece of fat beef, put in a stew pan with some hot water. Let cook slowly a half hour. Then add 3 potatoes cut in diced pieces and 1 onion sliced. Let cook slowly until tender. Add half a cup of corn and 1 cup of tomatoes. Season with salt and pepper. Let all cook until done. Serve hot. 19. English creamed asparagus. Cut tough ends from the asparagus, scrape, and boil in salted water until tender. Make a cream sauce. When done, stir in the yolk of an egg. Season with a little white pepper. The sauce must be rather thick and poured hot over the asparagus. Serve with veal chops. 20. French float. Line a glass dish with stale sponge cake. Sprinkle with wine. Make a boiled custard. Use 4 yolks of eggs and flavour with rose water. Beat the whites with pulverized sugar and flavour to taste. Pour the custard over the cake and place the stiffly beaten whites on top. Put on the ice and serve very cold. 21. Russian pot roast. Season a round of beef with salt, pepper, cloves and nutmeg. Put in a saucepan on hot dripping. Peel 6 small onions and slice 2 carrots and 2 cloves of garlic. Add to the meat with 1 herb bouquet. Cover with 1 cup of hot water and let cook slowly until tender. Then add half a can of chopped mushrooms, 1 glass of claret, salt and pepper to taste. Serve hot on a border of mashed potatoes. 22. Spanish salad. Take half a pound of chopped chicken, 1/4 pound of almonds, 1 red pepper, 1 Spanish onion, and 1 head of chicory chopped fine. Mix in a salad bowl with 1/4 teaspoonful of salt, 1 teaspoonful of curry powder, 2 tablespoonfuls of tarragon vinegar, 4 tablespoonfuls of olive oil. Garnish with sliced beets and bananas. 23. Scotch baked potatoes. Peel and slice 6 raw potatoes very thin. Then beat 1 egg with 1 tablespoonful of butter. Put the potatoes in a shallow baking dish, sprinkle well with salt and pepper. Add enough milk to cover the potatoes. Add the beaten egg. Sprinkle half a cup of grated cheese over all and let bake until done. 24. German apple cake. Make a biscuit dough. Roll out very thin and put on a well-buttered cake pan. Have ready some apples. Cut in quarters, lay closely on the cake, sprinkle thick with brown sugar. Add some cinnamon and a handful of currants. Pour some fresh melted butter over the cake. Set in the oven to bake until done. Serve with coffee. 25. English ham sandwiches. Cut thin slices of fresh bread. Chop ham with the yolks of 2 hard-boiled eggs. Add some made mustard and fresh butter and a dash of pepper. Mix all well and spread between the slices of bread. Serve on a folded napkin and garnish with sprigs of parsley. 26. Swiss peach custard. Line a well-buttered pudding dish with slices of sponge cake and cover with peach compote. Make an egg custard and cover with the custard. Set in the oven to bake. Beat the whites of 2 eggs with a little lemon juice and pulverized sugar spread on top and let brown. Serve cold. 27. French veal hash. Cut veal round steak into small pieces. Then fry some chopped bacon, 1 onion, and 2 cloves of garlic chopped. Add the meat. Stir well and let all fry a few minutes. Add 1 cup of boiling water and let cook slowly with some parsley and thyme, salt, pepper until tender. Add a tablespoonful of vinegar. Let boil up. Remove from the fire and stir in the yolks of 2 eggs well beaten. Serve hot with toast. 28. Vienna potato salad. Slice boiled potatoes thin. Chop some onion very fine. Slice 2 hard-boiled eggs and mix. Sprinkle all with salt and pepper. Then heat some vinegar. Add a teaspoonful of made mustard and stir with the beaten yolk of an egg. Mix all well together with 1 tablespoonful of hot butter and chopped parsley. Serve with cold meats. 29. French baked omelette. Beat 4 yolks of eggs, add 6 soda crackers crushed fine, salt, pepper, 1 teaspoonful of grated onion, 1 tablespoonful of butter and 1 cup of milk. Beat up well, add the whites beaten stiff, put into a well-buttered baking dish and let bake in a hot oven. Serve at once. 30. Italian batter cakes. Beat 3 yolks of eggs with 1 cup of milk, a saltspoonful of salt, 1 tablespoonful of olive oil, and 1 tablespoonful of sugar. Mix with half a cup of flour and the beaten whites of the eggs. Fry until light brown. Serve with cooked fruit. End of June. Recording by Lucy Perry, in Bath, on November 4th, 2011. Chapter 7 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. July. 1. Portugal iced pudding. Mix 1 quart of vanilla ice cream with 1 gill of wine, 1/4 pound of Malaga grapes, 2 ounces of candied orange peel, chopped fine, and 1 pint of whipped cream. Then place in the freezer to harden and serve. 2. English chicken salad. Mix 1 cup of cold chicken cut fine with 1 cup of chopped celery, 1 cup of cooked chestnuts, chopped, and 2 green peppers cut fine. Season with salt and pepper. Put on crisp lettuce leaves in the salad bowl. Cover with the mayonnaise dressing. Serve cold. 3. Turkish stewed lamb. Season 1/4 of young lamb and cut into pieces. Lay in a large stew pan and cover with hot water. Add 1 sliced onion, 2 sliced green peppers and 2 tomatoes, 1 red pepper and 2 sprigs of parsley. Let stew slowly until tender. Then fry thin slices of eggplant and add to the stew. Serve hot. 4. Irish apple pudding. Pare and slice apples and lay them in a buttered pie dish. Sprinkle with brown sugar. Add the juice and rind of half a lemon, a pinch of cinnamon and cloves. Then cover with a rich pie paste and let bake until done. 5. Indian rice. Boil 1 cup of rice in chicken broth, add a pinch of curry powder and season to taste with salt and pepper. Boil half a teaspoonful of saffron in 1 cup of the stock, then let all cook slowly until the broth is entirely absorbed by the rice. Serve very hot. 6. Hungarian chicken soup. Boil a large chicken in 3 quarts of water, season with salt, sage and pepper. Add 1 onion chopped and cook until tender. Remove the chicken and chop it fine. Then add to the soup with the yolks of 3 well-beaten eggs. Let all get very hot. Sprinkle with chopped parsley and serve at once. 7. Yorkshire pudding. Beat 3 eggs with a pinch of salt. Add 1 pint of milk and 2/3 of a cup of flour. Stir until smooth. Then pour into a well-greased pan and bake until done. Serve with English roast beef and pour over the gravy. 8. Portugal salad. Slice 2 cucumbers, 2 tomatoes, 1 onion and 2 green peppers. Then sprinkle with 1 chopped clove of garlic, salt and pepper, and cover with some thin slices of bread. Pour over all a cup of vinegar and 1/4 cup of olive oil and serve. 9. English chocolate pudding. Soak 6 ounces of breadcrumbs in milk and press dry. Add 2 ounces of butter mixed with 3 ounces of sugar and 3 ounces of chocolate. Add the yolks of 6 eggs well beaten and flavour with a teaspoonful of vanilla. Add the whites beaten to a stiff froth. Bake in a quick oven and serve at once. 10. Spanish canapés. Prepare circular pieces of buttered toast. Then mix 1 cup of chopped fish with 3 sweet pickles, minced fine, and 2 tablespoonfuls of Madras chutney. Moisten with 2 tablespoonfuls of hollandaise sauce. Spread this mixture over 8 pieces of toast. Sprinkle with 3 tablespoonfuls of grated Parmesan cheese. Let bake for 5 minutes and serve. 11. French strawberry pudding. Dip enough macaroons in wine to line the pudding dish. Cover with sweetened strawberries. Beat the yolks of 4 eggs with sugar and flavour with vanilla. Pour over the strawberries. Put in the oven to bake. Beat the whites to a stiff froth with some pulverized sugar. Put on top of the pudding and let brown. Serve cold. 12. Veal croquettes à la reine. Chop cold veal. Mix with some sweetbread and mushrooms chopped. Season with salt, pepper and lemon juice. Add a sprig of parsley and a little onion chopped fine. Mix with a beaten egg and breadcrumbs. Sprinkle with nutmeg. Form into croquettes. Dip in beaten egg and fine breadcrumbs and fry in deep, hot lard. Serve hot with a cream sauce. 13. German cheese pie. Line a pie plate with a rich pie dough. Mix 1 cup of cottage cheese with 1 tablespoonful of butter, 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, a pinch of salt and a few currants. Mix well. Fill the pie. Sprinkle with sugar and cinnamon and bake until light brown. Serve hot or cold. 14. Italian veal pâtés. Chop cooked veal with some onion, parsley, thyme and 1 clove of garlic. Season with salt, pepper and nutmeg. Add some chopped ham, lemon juice and 2 eggs. Mix with breadcrumbs and melted butter. Fill into small pâté shells, rub with butter and beaten egg. Place a paper over the top and let bake in a moderate oven. Serve with tomato sauce. 15. Hungarian noodle pudding. Boil finely cut noodles in salted water, drain, and mix with the yolks of 5 eggs, 1/2 cup of raisins, sugar, cinnamon, and grated lemon peel to taste. Add the beaten whites. Line the pudding dish with a rich pie paste. Fill with the noodles and pour over some melted butter. Bake until brown. Serve hot with lemon sauce. 16. Polish stewed chicken. Clean a fat hen and cut into pieces at the joints. Season and let stew with 2 sliced onions, 2 carrots and 1 potato, cut into dice pieces. When nearly done, add 1 cup of sauerkraut, 2 tablespoonfuls of sorrel and 1/2 cup of wine. Let cook until tender and serve on a platter with cooked rice. 17. Madras curried apples. Peel and core 4 sour apples and cut into rings, then sprinkle with curry powder and let fry until tender. Add a few thinly cut shallots. Cover and let simmer until done. Serve on a platter with boiled rice and pour over a curry sauce. 18. Irish batter cakes. Beat the yolks of 4 eggs. Add a pinch of salt, 1 tablespoonful of melted butter, 1 small cup of milk and sifted flour enough to make a smooth batter. Beat well. Add the whites of eggs, beaten stiff, and let fry a golden colour. Then spread with jam and serve hot. 19. Spanish baked eggs. Poach eggs as soft as possible. Butter a baking dish, add a layer of breadcrumbs and grated cheese. Place the eggs on the crumbs, sprinkle with salt, pepper, grated cheese and chopped parsley. Cover with breadcrumbs and pour over some cream sauce. Let bake in a hot oven until brown on top. Serve with toast. 20. Scotch stewed onions. Boil 1 dozen small onions and 4 leeks in salted water until tender. Drain. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until smooth but not brown. Then add 1/2 pint of rich milk. Season highly with pepper and salt to taste. Add the onions. Let boil up and serve. 21. German baked cabbage. Take a large cabbage. Remove the outer leaves and the inside, leaving a frame. Chop all the cabbage from the inside and fry in hot grease with 1 sliced onion. Remove from the fire. Mix well with breadcrumbs and 1/2 cup of chopped ham, 2 eggs, salt, black pepper and cayenne. Refill the cabbage. Put on the outside leaves. Cover the top with leaves. Put in a baking pan. Sprinkle with bits of butter and pour in 1/2 cup of water. Let bake until brown. Serve hot. 22. Dutch veal stew. Season 3 pounds of veal with salt, pepper and lemon juice. Put a few slices of bacon in a stew pan when hot. Add the veal. Cover and let brown a few minutes. Then add 2 carrots and 1 onion sliced thin, some thyme and mace. Pour over 1 cup of hot water. Cover and let cook slowly until tender. Thicken with flour mixed with 1/2 cup of milk. Add chopped parsley, season to taste, and serve with baked potatoes. 23. French baked apple dumplings. Peel and core apples, sprinkle well with sugar. Then mix some cold boiled rice with 1 egg, a pinch of salt, sugar and cinnamon, flour enough to make a dough. Cover the apples with the dough, put in a well-buttered baking dish with 2 tablespoonfuls of butter and bake to a delicate brown. Serve with whipped cream. 24. Bavarian fried brains. Clean and boil the brains in salted water. Add 1 onion sliced. Let cook 10 minutes. Remove the brains and mash up well with 1 tablespoonful of butter, some breadcrumbs and parsley chopped, salt and pepper to taste. Add 2 eggs. Mix together and fry in deep hot lard by the tablespoonful until brown. Serve with tomato sauce. 25. Polish bread pudding. Soak 1 pint of bread in a quart of milk. Add the yolks of 4 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoonfuls of melted butter, half a cup of raisins, half a cup of currants, the juice of half a lemon. Mix well and bake until brown. Then beat the whites to a stiff froth with 3 tablespoonfuls of pulverized sugar. Spread the pudding with jelly and cover with the beaten whites. Set in the oven to brown. 26. Vienna cherry cake. Make a rich biscuit dough, roll out, then put on a well-buttered baking tin. Stone black cherries. Sprinkle the dough with flour and cover with the cherries. Sprinkle with sugar and let bake until done. Then cover with the sweetened egg custard and bake until brown. Serve cold. 27. Belgian poached eggs. Cut thin round slices of bread and toast them. Spread with chopped anchovies and chopped ham. Cover the top with whipped whites of eggs and place a raw yolk on each slice of bread. Set in the oven to bake long enough to heat the egg and serve at once. 28. Bavarian apple pie. Line a deep pie dish with a rich pie paste. Let bake and fill with chopped apples, raisins and chopped nuts, sugar and a pinch of cinnamon and nutmeg. Then cover with cake crumbs and let bake until done. Beat 3 whites of eggs with pulverized sugar, flavor with lemon and spread over the pudding. Set in the oven a few minutes to brown on top. 29. Russian fried sweetbreads. Clean and season the sweetbreads with salt and pepper and sprinkle with lemon juice and chopped parsley. Roll in fine breadcrumbs and fry in hot lard. Fry some eggs and put on a platter with the sweetbreads and serve with tomato sauce. 30. Polish apple dumpling. Peel and core the apples and fill the space with currants. Sprinkle with sugar, cinnamon and grated lemon peel and cover each apple with a rich pie paste. Lay on a well-buttered pie dish and let bake until done. Serve with wine sauce. 31. Swiss potato dumpling. Boil 6 potatoes, then grate them. Mix with 2 tablespoonfuls of flour and 2 tablespoonfuls of butter and 3 eggs. Make into a soft dough. Roll out and then spread with fried breadcrumbs. Make into round dumplings and let boil 20 minutes. Serve hot with melted butter poured over. End of July. Recording by Lucy Perry in Bath on November 10th, 2011. Chapter 8 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Lucy Perry. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. August. 1. German pot roast. Take a 5-pound beef roast. Rub with salt and black pepper and paprika. Pour over some boiling vinegar. Add 2 bay leaves, a few peppercorns and cloves. Let stand overnight. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of dripping in a saucepan. Lay in the meat with 2 sliced onions. Let stew slowly with 1 cup of water and half a cup of the spiced vinegar until tender. Thicken the sauce with flour and serve hot with potato pancakes. 2. Scotch soup. Cut a sheep's liver into pieces and stew with the sheep's head in 4 quarts of water. Add sliced onions, sliced leeks, carrots, turnips, parsley and thyme, salt, pepper and a few cloves. Let all cook until tender, then strain. Let stand until cool. Skim off the fat. Heat and mix with flour until brown. Let boil. Add a glass of white wine. Cook all together and serve hot. 3. Spanish fried potatoes. Peel some new potatoes and cook until tender. Mix some fine breadcrumbs with grated Parmesan cheese and chopped parsley. Beat 2 eggs with salt and pepper. Dip each potato in beaten egg and roll in the breadcrumbs. Fry in deep hot lard until brown. Serve hot. 4. French frozen milk punch. Sweeten 1 quart of milk with 2 cupfuls of sugar. Let come to a boil. Remove from the fire and grate in half a nutmeg. When cool, freeze until half frozen, then stir in 3 cupfuls of whipped cream and freeze again. Add half a cup of rum and 1 cupful of French brandy. Let freeze until hard and serve. 5. Bavarian fruit compote. Cook 2 cups of water with 1 cup of wine. Add 1 cup of sugar and a pinch of cinnamon and some strawberries, cherries and blackberries. Let simmer in the juice until fruit is done. Put in a glass dish and pour over the syrup. Serve cold. 6. Vienna rice custard. Boil half a cup of rice in 1 quart of milk. Add salt to taste. Boil until very soft. Beat the yolks of 3 eggs with 4 tablespoonfuls of sugar and stir in the rice. Flavour with rose water and put in a well-buttered pudding dish. Beat the whites with pulverized sugar to a stiff froth. Spread on the custard and let bake in the oven until done. Serve cold. 7. French fried cucumbers. Peel the cucumbers and cut into inch slices. Sprinkle with salt and pepper and dip in beaten eggs and fine breadcrumbs. Season with salt and pepper and fry in hot lard until brown. Serve with tomato sauce and veal chops. 8. German cherry soup. Boil 1 quart of cherries until soft. Sweeten to taste. Add some grated lemon peel, some cinnamon, 1 bottle of red wine and 2 bottles of water. Serve ice cold with macaroons. 9. Swiss pancakes. Peel and grate 4 raw potatoes. Mix with 1 ounce of butter, 1 ounce of breadcrumbs, 1/4 pint of milk, 1 large tablespoonful of Swiss cheese, the yolks of 3 eggs, and the whites beaten stiff. Season with salt and pepper and mix with 1 tablespoonful of flour to a smooth batter. Then fry in hot lard until brown. Serve hot. 10. English tarts. Make a rich puff paste. Roll out thin and cut into squares, then fill with fruit jam. Turn over and pinch in the edges. Drop in a kettle of deep hot lard and fry until a delicate brown. Sprinkle with pulverized sugar and serve hot. 11. Norwegian rice. Cook rice until tender, then reheat in a well-seasoned chicken stock. Put on a platter, sprinkle with chopped chicken liver, scrambled eggs, and grated cheese, and serve at once. 12. Spanish broiled kidney. Take a fresh kidney, clean and cut into thin slices. Run a skewer through them to hold them together. Sprinkle with salt and pepper and brush with butter. Put on a broiler and cook for 5 minutes. Then place on a platter, pour over some lemon juice and hot butter. Sprinkle with parsley and serve at once. 13. Egyptian stuffed peppers. Cut off the tops and remove the seeds from large sweet peppers. Stuff with chopped raw beef, highly seasoned, and mix with chopped onion, parsley, tomato, a beaten egg, and 2 tablespoonfuls of chutney. Put the stuffed peppers in a baking pan with a little hot water, sprinkle with bits of butter, and let bake 3/4 of an hour. Serve. Garnish with cucumber salad. 14. English tea cakes. Beat 1/4 pound of butter with 1/4 pound of sugar to a cream. Add 1 egg and 1 teaspoonful each of cinnamon and mace. Mix with 6 ounces of sifted flour, a pinch of salt, and milk enough to make a stiff dough. Then roll out very thin. Cut into round cakes and bake in a quick oven until done. 15. Bavarian cheesecake. Make a rich biscuit dough. Roll out and place on a well-buttered pie dish. Then mix 1/2 pound of cottage cheese with a pinch of salt, 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 lemon grated, 2 yolks of eggs, and 1/2 cup of currants. Add the whites beaten stiff. Fill the pie with the cheese. Serve hot or cold with coffee. 16. Spanish chicken. Cut a spring chicken into pieces at the joints, season with salt and pepper, and fry until brown. Remove the chicken, add 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic chopped, and 1 cup of tomato sauce. Cover and let simmer. Then add the chicken with 1 glass of sherry wine. Cook 10 minutes. Serve hot with boiled rice. 17. Polish shrimp salad. Drain 1 cup of shrimps and 1 can of sardines. Cut into small pieces. Add 2 hard-boiled eggs, 1 small onion, a few capers and gherkins chopped fine, and chopped parsley. Mix with 1/4 cup of vinegar. Line the salad bowl with the crisp lettuce leaves. Add the salad and pour over a mayonnaise dressing and serve. 18. Dutch apple pudding. Peel and chop apples. Mix with 1/2 cup of nuts, raisins, the juice and rind of 1/2 lemon, and 1 tablespoonful of brandy. Then add the yolks of 4 eggs and the whites beaten to a stiff froth. Let bake in a moderate oven until done. Serve cold. 19. Bavarian potatoes. Peel and cook some new potatoes with 1 sliced onion, salt and pepper until tender. Then brown 1 tablespoonful of flour and 2 teaspoonfuls of butter. Add 1/2 cup of water. Let boil well with some chopped parsley, salt and pepper. Then add the potatoes and let simmer 5 minutes. Serve hot. 20. Spanish steak roll. Cut thin slices from the round steak, then chop 1 onion, 2 tomatoes, some celery, parsley and 2 hard-boiled eggs and season with salt and pepper. Mix with butter and fine breadcrumbs. Then spread the mixture on the steak and roll up. Sprinkle with flour. Lay closely in a pan of hot dripping. Cover and let simmer until tender. Serve hot, garnished with olives and parsley. 21. Oriental cabbage. Chop a small head of cabbage, then fry 1 onion and 2 sour apples sliced thin. Add the chopped cabbage, 1/2 cup of stock and the juice of 1/2 lemon. Sprinkle with salt and cayenne pepper. Add 1/2 teaspoonful of curry powder. Cover and let all simmer until tender. Serve very hot on a border of boiled rice. 22. Dutch salad. Soak 3 Dutch herrings in milk, then cut off the heads and tails and cut herrings into 1/2 inch pieces. Add 2 apples cut fine, 2 hard-boiled eggs sliced thin, some cooked beets cut fine, some celery and green onions cut into very small pieces. Season and mix together. Pour over some vinaigrette sauce and sprinkle with chopped gherkins. 23. Greek cucumbers. Peel large cucumbers, cut off the ends, scoop out the seeds, sprinkle with salt. Then mix boiled rice with some chopped green onions and stuff the cucumbers. Lay the cucumbers in a stew pan. Pour over 1 cup of stock and the juice of a lemon. Add 1 tablespoonful of butter and let cook until tender. Serve hot and pour over a well-seasoned white sauce. Garnish with parsley. 24. Russian beef roll. Chop 2 pounds of beef with 1/4 pound of suet. Add 4 small onions, 2 cloves of garlic and 3 sprigs of parsley chopped fine. Season with salt, pepper and nutmeg. Mix with some breadcrumbs and a beaten egg. Shape into a roll and lay in a baking dish. Moisten with broth and let bake until done. Serve on a platter with a border of mashed potatoes and garnish with fried parsley. 25. Jewish veal stew. Cook 3 pounds of veal. When nearly done, add 2 cups of vinegar, 1/2 cup of raisins, a pinch of cloves and cinnamon, and a tablespoonful of horseradish. Thicken the sauce with buttered breadcrumbs. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Serve with boiled rice. 26. French popovers. Beat the yolks of 3 eggs until very light. Add 1 pint of milk. Sift 1 pint of flour with 2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. Add 1/2 teaspoonful of salt and the whites of the eggs beaten to a stiff froth. Flavour with rose water. Mix well together and pour into hot, well-buttered cake tins. Bake in a quick oven until a light brown. Serve hot with French coffee. 27. German egg toast. Cut slices of stale bread. Beat 3 eggs with a pinch of salt and 1/4 cup of milk. Dip the slices of bread into the beaten eggs and fry until brown on both sides. Cover with pulverized sugar, sprinkle with cinnamon and some finely chopped nuts. Serve hot. 28. Irish potato puffs. Peel and boil potatoes well seasoned, then mash thoroughly with a lump of butter. Add some milk and 2 eggs. Beat well until very light. Then fry in deep hot lard by the tablespoonful until a light brown. Serve hot with broiled steak. 29. Belgian eggs. Take 4 eggs, 2 cups of milk, 4 tablespoonfuls of sugar, 1 teaspoonful of flour. Beat whites separate. Add flour to the yolks and sugar. Beat until stiff. Beat the whites and scald in milk. Strain from the milk and set aside. Take the yolk and stir gently in the milk until thick. Remove from the fire. Place in a dish to cool. Flavour with vanilla and then put the whites on top and serve. 30. Irish cucumber salad. Peel the cucumbers and slice thin. Add 1 onion sliced. Sprinkle well with salt. Let stand half an hour on ice. Press out all the water. Sprinkle with white pepper and chopped parsley. Add vinegar mixed with sugar to taste and salad oil. Serve at once. 31. German iced beer soup. Take 1 quart of fresh beer. Sweeten to taste and flavour with a pinch of cinnamon and nutmeg. Slice a lemon very thin and put in the beer. Let get very cold on ice and serve with sponge cake. End of August. Recording by Lucy Perry, in Bath, on November 25th, 2011.
Chapter 9 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. Chapter 9. September. 1. Dutch biscuits. Make a soft biscuit dough, then put on a well-floured baking board and roll out 1/2 inch thick. Sprinkle with sugar, cinnamon, and grated lemon peel and pour over some melted butter. Then roll up the dough and cut into inch-thick slices. Lay in a well-buttered baking pan and let bake in a hot oven until done. 2. Hindu oyster fritters. Boil large oysters in their liquor, season with salt, pepper, and curry powder. Let come to a boil, then drain, and spread the oysters with highly seasoned minced chicken. Dip them in a seasoned egg batter and fry in deep hot lard to a golden brown. Serve hot, garnished with fried parsley and lemon slices. 3. Jewish Krimzel. Soak half loaf of bread in milk, add 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of raisins, 1/2 cup of pounded nuts, the grated peel of a lemon and a pinch of cinnamon. Then mix with the yolks of 4 eggs and the whites beaten stiff and fry by the tablespoonful in hot fat until brown. Serve hot with wine sauce. 4. Spanish relish. Stone some large olives and fill the space with anchovy paste, mixed with well-seasoned tomato sauce. Then fry thin slices of bread and spread with some of the paste. Place a filled olive in the center, sprinkle with chopped hard-boiled eggs, and garnish with fillets of anchovies and sprigs of parsley. 5. French orange compote. Make a syrup of sugar and water. Add a little lemon juice. Peel and remove seeds of oranges, cut into quarters and lay them in the boiling syrup. Let cook 10 minutes. Remove the oranges to a glass dish. Pour over the syrup and garnish with candied cherries. 6. Spanish baked chicken. Clean and season a chicken with salt and pepper and let boil until tender. Put the chicken in a baking dish, pour over some tomato sauce highly seasoned, sprinkle with well-buttered breadcrumbs and let bake until brown. Place on a large platter with a border of boiled rice and pour over the sauce. Serve hot. 7. Swiss beet salad. Boil red beets until tender, skin and cut into thin slices. Sprinkle with salt, whole pepper, whole cloves, 2 bay leaves, and mix with wine vinegar. Let stand. Serve the next day. 8. Bombay chicken croquettes. Boil a fat hen well seasoned with salt, pepper, 1 sliced onion, 2 green peppers, and 2 cloves of garlic. Remove the chicken and chop fine and mix with chopped parsley, the grated rind of half lemon, 1/2 teaspoonful of paprika, and a pinch of nutmeg. Add a little chopped tarragon and chervil and 2 beaten eggs. Mix with the sauce and form into croquettes. Then dip into beaten eggs and fine breadcrumbs and fry in deep hot lard a golden brown. Serve hot. Garnish with fried parsley and serve tomato sauce in a separate dish, flavored with chopped mango chutney. 9. Swiss veal pie. Cut cooked veal into small pieces. Season and moisten with a rich beef gravy. Pour into a deep pie dish. Then make a cover with mashed potatoes moistened with cream. Sprinkle with bits of butter and let bake until brown. Serve hot. 10. Spanish rice. Fry 1 large chopped onion with 2 cups of tomatoes. Add 1 cup of stock, salt and pepper to taste. Cover and let simmer 10 minutes, then add 2 cups of boiled rice. Mix well together with 1 tablespoonful of butter. Let get very hot and serve. 11. Polish chicken soup. Cook a large fat chicken in 3 quarts of water. Add 1 onion, 2 carrots, and 2 stalks of celery cut into small pieces, and 1 cup of pearl barley. Let all cook until tender. Remove the chicken. Season the soup to taste with salt and pepper. Add some chopped parsley and serve hot with the chicken. 12. Norwegian soup. Boil a large fish in 2 quarts of water. Season with salt and paprika. Add 1 sliced onion, 2 leeks cut fine, 2 sprigs of parsley, and 1 bay leaf. Let cook well, then remove the fish. Add 1 tablespoonful of butter and 1 quart of oysters. Let boil 10 minutes. Add 1 cup of hot cream. Season to taste and serve very hot. 13. Greek cakes. Mix ½ pound of butter and 1 cup of sugar to a cream. Add 4 well-beaten eggs and the grated rind and juice of ½ lemon. Then stir in ½ pound of flour and work into a smooth dough. Lay on a well-floured baking board and roll out thin. Cut into fancy shapes and bake in a moderate oven until done. Cover with a white icing flavored with vanilla. 14. Russian sandwich. Spread thin slices of rye bread with butter and caviar, some slices of white bread with butter and thin slices of ham, some slices of pumpernickel bread with butter and a layer of cottage cheese, and some slices of brown bread with butter and cold-cooked chicken sliced thin. Put all into a press under a heavy weight for 1 hour, then cut into perpendicular slices and serve. 15. Spanish dessert. Dissolve ½ box of gelatin. Then cook 1 pint of milk, add 6 tablespoonfuls of sugar, and stir in the yolks of 3 eggs. Mix all together with the gelatin and the whites of eggs beaten to a stiff froth. Add 1 teaspoonful of vanilla. Pour into a mold and place on ice. Serve with whipped cream. 16. German bread tart. Take 1 cup of rye bread crumbs and mix with the beaten yolks of 4 eggs, ½ cup of sugar, some pounded almonds, a pinch of cinnamon, nutmeg, and a piece of chocolate grated. Add 1 teaspoonful of lemon juice, 1 tablespoonful of brandy, and 1 of wine. Beat the whites to a stiff froth. Add to the mixture. Put in a well-buttered pudding dish and bake until brown. Serve with wine sauce. 17. Russian stewed fish. Cut a white fish into pieces and salt well. Let stand. Then cut 1 onion and 1 clove of garlic in thin slices. Fry in 1 tablespoonful of butter. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown. Then fill the pan with water and let boil. Add 1 teaspoonful of celery seed, 1 bay leaf, a few cloves, a pinch of thyme and mace, ½ teaspoonful of paprika, and salt to taste. Let boil. Add the fish to the sauce. Sprinkle with black pepper and ginger and let cook until done. Remove the fish to a platter. Beat the yolks of 2 eggs with a little water and stir in the sauce with some chopped parsley. Let get very hot and pour over the fish. Garnish with lemon slices and sprigs of parsley. 18. German liver dumplings. Chop ½ pound of liver, add 1 chopped onion, some parsley, salt, pepper, and a little nutmeg. Mix with 2 beaten eggs and 1 tablespoonful of butter. Add enough breadcrumbs to form into small balls and boil in soup stock and serve with the soup. 19. Jewish sour fish. Season a trout and let cook with 1 sliced onion, 1 sliced lemon, 2 tablespoonfuls of vinegar, a few cloves, and a pinch of pepper. Add cinnamon, 1/4 cup of raisins, and 1 tablespoonful of butter. When done, remove to a platter. Add some brown sugar, lemon juice, and chopped parsley to the sauce. Let boil and pour over the fish. Serve cold. Garnish with parsley. 20. Compote de bananes. Peel 1 dozen bananas and cut them in halves. Then cook ½ cup of water with ½ pound of sugar. Let boil 10 minutes, then add the juice of a lemon. Let cook. Add the sliced bananas to the hot syrup and stew slowly until done. Remove the bananas to a dish and pour over the syrup. Serve very cold for dessert. 21. English peach pie. Make a rich pie crust and let bake until done. Peel and chop some peaches and mix with sugar to taste. Fill the pie with the peaches. Let bake. Whip 1 cup of rich cream with pulverized sugar and flavor with vanilla. Spread the cream high over the pie. Let get cold and serve. 22. Bean polenta, Italian. Cook 2 cups of white dried beans with salt and pepper until very soft. Press through a colander. Fry 1 onion in 2 tablespoonfuls of butter until brown. Mix with the beans. Add 1 tablespoonful of vinegar, 1 teaspoonful of made mustard, some lemon juice, and 2 tablespoonfuls of molasses. Let all get very hot and serve with pork roast. 23. French almond pudding. Take ½ pound of almonds and pound in a mortar. Mix with 6 yolks of eggs and a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoonful of lemon juice, 1 tablespoonful of brandy, 3 slices of stale cake crumbs, and the whites of the eggs beaten stiff. Put in a well-buttered pudding dish and bake in a slow oven until done. 24. Italian cutlets. Take tender veal cutlets, season highly with pepper and salt. Dip in beaten egg and fine breadcrumbs and fry in boiling lard until a light brown. Have ready some boiled macaroni well seasoned. Put on a platter with the cutlets and pour over all a highly seasoned tomato sauce. 25. Jewish gefilte fish. Take 2 pounds of trout and 2 pounds of red fish. Cut in 2-inch slices. Remove the skin from one side of the slices. Chop 2 onions, add salt, pepper, and mix with fine cracker crumbs and 1 egg to a paste. Lay the paste on the fish and put back the skin. Boil the fish with salt, pepper, and sliced onion, 1 carrot and 2 sprigs of parsley cut fine, a pinch of cloves, and allspice. Let boil 2 hours. Add a tablespoonful of rich cream. Serve cold. 26. Swedish stewed veal. Season 3 pounds of veal. Lay some sliced bacon in a saucepan, let get hot, add the veal. Cover and let brown with 2 sliced onions, 2 carrots, and an herb bouquet, 1 bay leaf, and 1 tablespoonful of butter. Add 1 pint of water and let simmer until tender. Add chopped mushrooms and a small glass of wine. Let all get hot and serve. 27. French apple pie. Line a deep pie dish with a rich pie crust. Chop 4 apples very fine and mix with sugar, cinnamon, lemon juice, and 1/2 cup of currants. Then mix with the yolks of 2 eggs well beaten. Fill the pie and bake until done. Beat the whites with pulverized sugar and spread on the pie. Let get light brown on top. 28. Vienna filled apples. Remove the core and scrape out the inside of the apples. Mix the scraped apple with chopped raisins, nuts, cinnamon, sugar, and grated lemon peel. Fill the apples. Place in a stew pan. Mix ½ cup of wine with ½ cup of water. Sweeten with 3 tablespoonsful of sugar and pour over the apples. Let cook slowly until the apples are tender. Remove from the fire. Put on a glass dish. Pour over the sauce and serve cold. 29. Scotch stewed tripe. Clean and boil tripe until tender. Then fry 1 chopped carrot and 1 onion until light brown. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour. Add 1 cup of stock, 1 bay leaf, some thyme and parsley. Let boil. Season with salt, pepper, and lemon juice. Cut the tripe into narrow strips. Add to the sauce. Let simmer 1/2 hour and serve. 30. Polish stewed calves' feet. Boil the calves' feet in salted water until tender, then take out the bones. Fry 1 chopped onion in butter. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour. Add 1 cup of stock. Let boil with 1 bay leaf, some parsley chopped fine, and 1/4 cup of vinegar, salt and pepper to taste. Then add the feet and let simmer 10 minutes. Stir in the yolks of an egg and serve hot. End of chapter 9. Chapter 10 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. Chapter 10. October. 1. Oriental pudding. Heat 1 large cup of milk and stir in 3 tablespoonfuls of butter. Let boil up. Then stir in 1 small cup of flour sifted with 1 teaspoonful of baking powder and a pinch of salt. Stir until a smooth batter. Then remove from the fire and stir in 4 well-beaten eggs, half cup of preserved ginger, minced fine, and 2 tablespoonfuls of the syrup. Mix thoroughly. Put into a well-buttered mold and let steam 2 hours. Serve hot with wine sauce. 2. Swedish batter cakes. Sift 1 pint of flour. Add a saltspoonful of salt, 1 teaspoonful of soda dissolved in a little milk, the yolks of 6 eggs and the whites beaten to a stiff froth, and enough milk to make a thin batter. Then bake on a hot greased griddle until done. Serve hot. 3. Chinese chop suey. Cut 2 pounds of fresh pork into thin strips and let fry 10 minutes. Add 1 large onion sliced thin and let fry. Then add 1 cup of sliced mushrooms, 2 stalks of celery cut fine, 1/4 cup of Chinese sauce and a pinch of pepper. Moisten with half cup of hot water. Cover and let simmer until tender. Thicken the sauce with flour moistened with a little milk and let boil. Put some well-seasoned cooked rice on a platter, pour over the chop suey, and serve very hot. 4. Russian national soup. Chop and fry all kinds of vegetables until tender. Make a highly seasoned beef broth. Add the fried vegetables, 2 boiled beets chopped fine, some chopped ham, 1/4 teaspoonful of fennel seed, 2 sprigs of parsley chopped. Let boil well, then add 1 cup of hot cream and serve at once. 5. English buns. Set a sponge overnight with 1 cake of compressed yeast dissolved in a cup of warm water, 3 cups of milk, and flour enough to make a thick batter. Then add half cup of melted butter, 1 cup of sugar, a saltspoonful of salt, 1/2 teaspoonful of soda, 1/2 nutmeg grated, and flour enough to make a stiff dough. Let raise 5 hours. Then roll out 1/2 inch thick and cut into round cakes. Lay in a well-buttered baking pan. Let stand 1/2 hour, then bake until a light brown. Brush the top with white of egg beaten with pulverized sugar. 6. Japanese fish. Clean and season a large white fish with salt and paprika and let boil with 4 sliced shallots and 1 clove of garlic mashed fine. When nearly done, add 1 tablespoonful of butter, 2 sprigs of parsley chopped fine, 1 tablespoonful of soy, 1 tablespoonful each of tarragon and Worcestershire sauce. Let cook until done. Place on a platter. Garnish with fried parsley and serve with boiled rice. 7. Swiss creamed potatoes. Boil potatoes until tender and slice them thin. Heat 2 ounces of butter, add a dessertspoonful of flour. Then stir in some rich milk until it thickens. Add the potatoes, salt, pepper, and chopped parsley. Let boil up. Add a little hot cream and serve at once. 8. Belgian chicken. Cut a cooked chicken into pieces. Add some slices of cold veal. Heat 1 cup of stock. Add 1/4 teaspoonful of mustard, 1/2 teaspoonful of paprika, a pinch of white pepper, and salt to taste. Add the chicken and 1 glass of sherry wine. Let all cook 10 minutes. Add 3 tablespoonfuls of currant jelly. Serve hot with toasted croutons. 9. Swiss biscuits. Beat the yolks of 2 eggs with 1/4 pound of butter. Add a pinch of salt and pepper, a teaspoonful of mustard, and 5 ounces of grated Swiss cheese. Mix well with 1/4 pound of flour, or enough to make a stiff dough. Roll out and cut into round biscuits. Bake in a moderate oven for 20 minutes and serve. 10. French fritters. Boil 1 quart of water, add 1 teaspoonful of salt, 2 tablespoonsful of butter, then stir in enough sifted flour until thick and smooth. When cold, stir in 5 beaten eggs, sugar, and a little nutmeg to taste. Fry in deep hot lard to a golden brown. Serve with wine sauce. 11. German waffles. Mix 1/4 pound of butter with 6 tablespoonfuls of sugar. Add the yolks of 5 eggs, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 pound of sifted flour with 2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and the grated peel of a lemon. Mix well. Add the whites beaten stiff and bake in a well-greased waffle iron. Sprinkle with pulverized sugar and serve hot. 12. Dutch rice fritters. Take 1 cup of boiled rice and mix with 3 beaten eggs. Then sift 1/2 cup of flour with 1 teaspoonful of baking powder and a pinch of salt. Add some sugar to taste. Beat to a light, thick batter and fry a spoonful at a time in boiling lard. Sprinkle with pulverized sugar and serve hot with cooked fruit. 13. French lettuce salad. Take the inner lettuce leaves, sprinkle with salt and pepper. Mix the yolks of 2 hard-boiled eggs with 1 tablespoonful of olive oil and stir all together with 2 tablespoonfuls of white wine vinegar. Serve at once with meats. 14. Austrian baked eggs. Poach fresh eggs 1 at a time. Then put in a well-buttered baking dish. Sprinkle with salt, pepper, bits of butter, and grated cheese. Pour over the top 1/2 cup of cream sauce and cover with fine breadcrumbs. Set in the oven to brown and serve hot with tomato sauce. 15. Swedish stewed chicken. Cut a spring chicken in pieces at the joints. Season with salt and pepper and sauté in hot butter. Add 2 cups of cream sauce, 1/2 cup of boiled rice, some chopped parsley, and bits of butter. Let stew slowly until the chicken is very tender. Serve hot. 16. Polish filled fish. Clean the fish. Cut open along the backbone. Remove all the fish from the skin and bone from head to tail and chop fine. Fry 1 onion in butter. Add some soaked bread. Take from the fire and mix with the chopped fish. Add 2 eggs and chopped parsley. Season highly with salt and pepper, a pinch of cloves, and nutmeg. Fill the skin of the fish with the mixture and boil with sliced onions, a few lemon slices, some parsley, and a tablespoonful of butter, salt, and pepper until done. Serve hot or cold. 17. Eels à la poulette. Clean and skin the eels. Let boil with salt, pepper, and vinegar. Then cut into 3-inch pieces. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter, add 1 onion chopped, stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour until brown, add 1 cup of water, salt, pepper, 1 bay leaf, some parsley, and thyme. Let boil well. Add the eels and 1 glass of wine. Boil 10 minutes longer. Thicken the sauce with the yolks of 2 eggs, well beaten, and seasoned with lemon juice. Serve with fried croutons. 18. Italian baked fish. Clean and season a blue fish with salt, pepper, and cloves. Lay the fish in a baking pan with 1 onion chopped fine and 2 tablespoonfuls of chopped carrot and parsley. Pour over 1 glass of wine. Sprinkle with flour. Put flakes of butter over the fish and let bake until brown. Serve with macaroni. 19. Dutch stuffed goose. Clean and season a goose and stuff with oysters well seasoned with salt, pepper, parsley, thyme, and bits of butter rolled in fine breadcrumbs. Put in a baking dish. Pour over the oyster liquor and a little hot water. Let bake until done. Baste as often as necessary. Serve with red currant jelly. 20. Swiss roast turkey. Clean and season the turkey with salt and pepper. Then fill with 2 cups of breadcrumbs mixed with a lump of butter, some chopped onion and thyme, salt and pepper to taste, 1/2 cup of seeded raisins, and 1/2 cup of nuts. Mix all well with 2 beaten eggs. Put turkey in dripping pan and let bake a rich brown. Baste often with the dripping until tender. Serve with dressing. 21. French turkey soup. Cut off all the meat from leftover turkey bones. Put the bones in cold water and boil with 1 small onion, 1 carrot, 2 pieces of celery, and 2 sprigs of parsley, all cut fine. Add 1 cup of tomato sauce. Let all cook well, seasoned with salt and pepper. Remove the bones. Add boiled rice and the turkey meat cut into dice pieces. Let boil and serve hot with fried croutons. 22. Swedish baked fish. Clean and season a trout with salt, black pepper, and cayenne. Lay in a baking pan. Dredge with flour. Sprinkle with parsley and bits of butter. Add a little water and vinegar. Let bake in a hot oven. Baste often with butter until done. Garnish with parsley and serve hot with cream sauce. 23. Jewish stewed sweetbreads. Clean and parboil the sweetbreads. Then fry 1 small sliced onion in hot fat until light brown. Stir in 1 tablespoonful of flour. Add 1/2 cup of water and 1/2 cup of wine vinegar. Let boil up. Add 1 bay leaf, a few cloves, 1/4 cup of seeded raisins, a few thin slices of lemon, and chopped parsley. Season with salt and paprika to taste. Add 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar. Let boil. Add the sweetbreads and simmer until done. Serve cold. 24. German stuffed turkey. Singe and clean a fat turkey. Season well with salt and pepper. Chop the giblets. Add some chopped veal and pork, 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and parsley chopped, salt and pepper. Mix with 2 eggs and stuff the turkey. Put in the dripping pan with some hot water. Dredge with flour. Let bake until done. Baste often with the sauce. Serve the turkey with the dressing. Garnish with boiled beets sliced thin. 25. Neapolitan salad. Cut cold chicken or turkey in small dice pieces. Add some cold potatoes, beets, and celery, cut fine. Sprinkle with chopped hard-boiled eggs, salt, and pepper. Line the salad bowl with lettuce leaves. Add the salad. Cover with a French mayonnaise dressing. Garnish with capers and beets. 26. Bavarian stuffed chicken. Clean and season a fat hen. Chop the giblets. Add some truffles, a chopped onion, parsley, breadcrumbs, a beaten egg, salt, black pepper, and paprika to taste. Then fill the chicken. Heat some dripping in a large saucepan. Lay in the chicken, cover, and cook slowly with 1 cup of hot water until tender. 27. Hungarian baked herring. Bone the herring and cut into small pieces. Slice some cooked potatoes, then butter a baking dish. Sprinkle with flour. Put a layer of potatoes, some chopped onion and herring, and bits of butter until the dish is full. Sprinkle with pepper. Make the top layer of potatoes and bits of butter. Moisten with 3 tablespoonfuls of sour cream. Bake in a moderate oven until brown. Serve hot. 28. French stewed quail. Stuff the quail. Put 1 tablespoonful of butter in a large stew pan. Add some thin slices of bacon. Let get very hot. Lay in the birds, sprinkle with salt and pepper, add 1 small onion and 1 carrot chopped fine. Cover and let brown a few minutes, then add 1 cup of hot water. Let stew slowly until tender. Thicken the sauce with flour mixed with milk. Add some chopped parsley, let boil up, and serve hot. 29. India beef curry. Cut 2 pounds of beefsteak into inch pieces. Sprinkle with salt, pepper, and flour and fry until brown. Add 1 onion chopped fine and 1 tablespoonful of vinegar. Cover and let simmer with 1 tablespoonful of curry powder and ½ cup of hot water until meat is tender. Thicken the sauce with flour and butter. Serve on a platter with a border of cooked rice sprinkled with chopped parsley and garnished with fried apple slices. 30. Bread pudding a la caramel. Mix 1 pint of soft breadcrumbs with ½ cup of seeded raisins, 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar, and 2 eggs. Stir in 1 cup of milk and bake in a well-buttered pudding dish until brown. Then boil 1 1/2 cups of brown sugar with ½ cup of milk and 4 tablespoonfuls of chocolate. Stir until smooth and spread hot over the pudding. 31. Irish flummery. Take 1 pint of oatmeal, pour on enough cold water to cover, let stand overnight, strain, and boil with a pinch of salt until thickened. Then add 1 cup of cooked small fruit, a lump of butter, and sugar to taste. Let get cold and serve with cream. End of chapter 10. Chapter 11 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. Chapter 11. November. 1. Swiss fried sweetbreads. Blanch the sweetbreads and sprinkle with salt and pepper, then cut into thin slices. Dip in beaten egg and roll in grated Swiss cheese and fine breadcrumbs, and fry in a little hot butter to a golden brown. Serve hot, garnished with parsley. 2. Japanese chicken. Cut 2 spring chickens into pieces at the joints. Season with salt, ginger, pepper, and curry powder, and let fry in hot olive oil until brown. Remove the chicken. Add 1/4 cup of chopped leeks, 1/2 pint of Japanese sauce, 1/2 cup of chrysanthemum flowers, 2 chopped red peppers, some bamboo sprouts shaved thin, and 1/2 cup of water. Cover and let cook 10 minutes. Add the chicken to the sauce with 1 cup of coconut juice. Let all simmer until the chicken is tender. Serve on a platter with a border of cooked rice and garnish with fried parsley. 3. Hindu venison. Cook some venison, well seasoned, until tender and slice thin. Peel and slice 2 apples and 1 Spanish onion. Season and fry until a light brown. Add 1 cooked carrot sliced thin, some savory herbs, and 1 cup of mutton broth. Cover and let cook 15 minutes. Then mix 1/2 ounce of butter with 1/2 tablespoonful of curry powder and 1 tablespoonful of lemon juice. Add to the sauce with the sliced venison. Cover and let simmer 10 minutes. Then add 1 tablespoonful of currant jelly. Let get very hot and serve, garnished with fried croutons and sliced lemon. 4. Spanish tongue. Boil a beef tongue until tender. Take off the outer skin. Then rub with butter and the beaten yolk of an egg. Put in a baking dish. Add 1/2 cup of the water in which the tongue was cooked, 1/2 glass of wine, and 1/2 can of mushrooms. Sprinkle with salt and pepper and let bake until brown. Serve garnished with the mushrooms. 5. English pigeon pie. Clean and season some young pigeons. Stuff each with chopped oysters and bits of butter and let stew until tender with 1 onion, 2 sprigs of parsley, and 1 bay leaf. Then line a deep pie dish with a rich paste. Let bake and fill with the stuffed pigeons. Add the sauce. Cover with the paste and let bake until brown. Serve hot. 6. Hungarian stuffed gooseneck. Remove the skin from the neck of a fat goose and stuff with some soaked bread, fried with 1 small chopped onion in a tablespoonful of goose dripping. Add chopped parsley, salt, paprika, and ginger and mix with 1 egg. Lay in a baking pan with a little hot water and bake until brown. Serve hot with red cabbage cooked with wine. 7. Swedish cabbage. Shred a cabbage very thin. Sprinkle with salt and cook in as little water as possible until tender. Then add some milk and let boil. Add a tablespoonful of butter mixed with flour, some mace, and white pepper to taste. Let boil up and serve hot. 8. Spanish fried fish. Season and slice red fish. Roll in flour and fry until brown. Then heat 1 tablespoonful of butter. Add 1 chopped onion and 1 cup of tomatoes. Let fry. Add 1 tablespoonful of flour and 1 cup of water. Also some parsley, salt, pepper, and 1 bay leaf chopped fine. Let all cook. Then add the slices of fried fish. Let all get very hot and serve with boiled rice. 9. German spiced rabbit. Clean and cut the rabbit into pieces. Sprinkle with salt, ginger, black pepper, and paprika and pour over some vinegar. Heat 1 tablespoonful of dripping. Add the slices of rabbit and 1 sliced onion, 2 bay leaves, a few peppercorns, 2 sprigs of parsley, thyme, and a little mace. Cover with hot water and let stew slowly until tender. Thicken the sauce with butter mixed with flour. Let cook and serve hot with apple compote. 10. English layer cake. Bake 3 layers of sponge cake, then mix some jelly with wine and spread between the layers and over the top and sides. Cover with a rich chocolate icing flavored with vanilla. 11. Dutch rice pudding. Mix 1 cup of rice in 2 cups of milk. Add 1 tablespoonful of butter, the yolks of 4 eggs, the juice of half lemon, 1 cup of sugar and nutmeg to taste, 1/2 cup of chopped raisins, 1/2 cup of nuts, and the whites of the eggs beaten to a stiff froth. Bake in a well-buttered pudding dish until done. Serve cold. 12. Polish poached eggs. Boil 1/2 cup of vinegar with 1 cup of water and break in fresh eggs 1 at a time and poach them. Remove to a platter. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Then add 1 tablespoonful of butter and 1 tablespoonful of sugar to the sauce. Let boil up and pour over the eggs. Serve on buttered toast. 13. Belgian sweet potato puree. Boil 4 sweet potatoes until soft. Mash until smooth with 1 tablespoonful of butter, 2 beaten eggs, 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoonful of cinnamon, and 1/4 cup of milk. Beat well. Put in a buttered pudding dish. Pour over some melted butter. Let bake until brown. Serve hot with broiled steak. 14. Spanish codfish. Parboil 1 cup of shredded codfish. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 1 chopped onion and 2 cups of tomatoes. Let fry. Add 1 tablespoonful of flour. Stir until thickened. Then add 1 cup of water, pepper, and chopped parsley. Let boil well. Add the codfish. Let simmer 1/2 hour. Serve on buttered toast. 15. Halibut à la Toulonnaise. Slice the fish. Season highly with salt, pepper, cloves, lemon juice, and parsley. Then roll in flour and fry in hot olive oil until brown. Garnish with lemon slices and parsley. Serve with a lettuce salad with French dressing. 16. Jewish stewed goose. Cut and clean a fat goose into pieces. Season with salt, pepper, and ginger. Put in a stewpan with 1 sliced onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 bay leaf, thyme, and a few peppercorns. Add the juice of a lemon. Cover with hot water and let cook until tender. Thicken with flour and serve hot with applesauce. 17. Polish rice pudding. Heat 1 quart of milk. Add 1 cup of boiled rice, 3 ounces of seeded raisins, and 2 ounces of currants. Let cook 10 minutes. Then add the grated peel of a lemon, 1/4 of a grated nutmeg, and the yolks of 6 eggs well beaten with 1 cup of sugar. Mix thoroughly and pour into a well-buttered pudding dish. Let bake until done. Then beat the whites to a stiff froth with 3 tablespoonfuls of pulverized sugar. Flavor with vanilla. Spread on the pudding and let brown slightly in a hot oven. Serve with lemon sauce. 18. Vienna dumplings. Mix 2 eggs and 1/2 cup of water, a pinch of salt, and enough flour to make a stiff batter. Then drop by the tablespoonful into boiling salted water until they rise to the surface. Remove to a platter and fry some onions in hot butter. Sprinkle with salt and pepper and pour over the dumplings. 19. Bavarian sauerkraut. Cook 2 pounds of fresh pork. Season with salt and pepper. Add 2 bay leaves and a few cloves. When half done, add 1 quart of sauerkraut and let cook 1 hour. Add 1 cup of wine and 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar. Let all cook until tender. Serve with potato dumplings. 20. Chicken croquettes à la reine. Chop cold-cooked chicken with some mushrooms, parsley, and thyme, and season with salt, black pepper, and cayenne. Add a tablespoonful of butter and 2 well-beaten eggs. Then form into croquettes. Dip in beaten egg and fine breadcrumbs and fry in deep hot lard to a golden brown. Make a cream sauce and serve with the croquettes. Garnish with parsley. 21. Jewish goose grieben. Cut all the fat from the goose into small pieces and cook in a skillet with 1 cup of cold water. Let cook uncovered until the water has evaporated, then fry until brown. Sprinkle with salt and serve hot. 22. French venison pie. Cut venison in very small pieces and stew, highly seasoned, until tender. Line a deep pie dish with a rich pie paste and bake. Then fill with the venison. Add a glass of port wine, a pinch of cloves and mace to the sauce, and bits of butter rolled in flour. Pour the sauce over the venison and cover with the paste. Rub the top with a beaten egg and let bake until done. 23. Belgian broiled quail. Select fat quails. Rub with salt, pepper, and butter, and tie a very thin strip of bacon around the body of each quail. Place on a broiler over a slow fire. Let broil 20 minutes until done. Remove the bacon. Have ready buttered toast. Place the birds on the toast, pour over some melted butter, chopped parsley, and lemon juice. Serve hot. 24. Vienna roast beef. Season a rib roast of beef with salt, pepper, and ginger and rub with vinegar. Put in the dripping pan with 1 sliced onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery cut fine, 1 bay leaf, and a few cloves and peppercorns. Pour over 1 cup of stock and dredge with flour. Let bake in a quick oven. Allow 15 minutes to the pound. Serve with potato dumplings. 25. Oysters à la Toulonnaise. Drain large oysters. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Try out a few slices of bacon in a frying pan. Remove the bacon. Roll the oysters in fine breadcrumbs and sauté until brown on both sides. Place on hot buttered toast. Sprinkle with lemon juice and garnish with olives. 26. Chicken à la béchamel. Clean and season a fat hen. Put a few slices of chopped bacon in a saucepan. Let get hot. Add the chicken with 1 carrot, 1 onion, 2 stalks of celery chopped fine, 1 herb bouquet, 1 bay leaf, a few cloves and allspice, and 2 blades of mace, 2 sprigs of parsley, and 1 cup of hot water. Let all stew until tender, then add some chopped mushrooms and pour over all 1 cup of hot rich cream. 27. Milanese vegetable soup. Cut bacon and ham into small pieces. Put in a saucepan with 1 tablespoonful of hot butter. Add all kinds of vegetables, cut into very small pieces, and let fry a few minutes. Then fill the pan with 1 quart of beef stock. Let all cook slowly for half an hour. Add some boiled rice and 1 cup of tomato sauce and cook until done. Serve hot. 28. Swedish salad. Cut cold-cooked fish into small pieces and mix with chopped hard-boiled eggs, a few sliced olives, capers, and gherkins. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Line the salad bowl with crisp lettuce leaves, add the salad, and cover with a mayonnaise dressing. Garnish with aspic, cut into dice pieces, and serve cold. 29. Oriental rabbit pie. Clean and cut a rabbit into small pieces and let stew, well seasoned with salt and pepper and cayenne. Add 2 chopped cloves of garlic, 1 chopped green pepper, 1 Spanish onion sliced thin and 2 sliced tomatoes, a pinch of cloves, and allspice. Then line a pie dish with a puff paste. Let bake and fill with the rabbit. Add 2 chopped hard-boiled eggs and sprinkle with curry powder. Cover with the paste. Brush the top with a beaten egg and let bake until brown. Serve hot. 30. Spanish baked fish. Season a pike. Put in a baking pan. Pour over 2 ounces of melted butter and 1 pint of sour cream. Then let bake in a hot oven for 20 minutes. Sprinkle with breadcrumbs and grated cheese and let brown on top. Serve hot. Garnish with parsley. End of chapter 11. Chapter 12 of 365 Foreign Dishes. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown. Chapter 12. December. 1. English plum pudding. Soak 1 pound of stale bread in hot milk, then add 1/2 pound of sugar, 1 pound of seeded raisins, and 1 pound of currants all dredged with flour, 1/4 pound of chopped citron, 1 pound of finely chopped beef suet, 1 nutmeg grated, 1 tablespoonful of cinnamon, cloves, and mace mixed together, a pinch of salt, 1 glass of wine, and 1 glass of fine brandy. Mix with the yolks of 8 eggs and the whites beaten to a stiff froth. Pour the mixture into a wet cloth dredged with flour. Tie well and let boil 5 hours. Serve with wine sauce. 2. Swedish rice pudding. Mix 3/4 cup of rice in 1 quart of milk. Add 1 cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, and 1 teaspoonful of vanilla. Pour into a pudding dish. Put bits of butter over the top and let bake in a moderate oven until done. Serve cold. 3. Portugal soup. Boil 2 pounds of beef and 2 pig's feet in 4 quarts of water. Season with salt and pepper. Let boil well. Add 1 head of lettuce, 1/2 head of cabbage, a few thin slices of pumpkin, 2 carrots, and 1 clove of garlic, all cut fine, and 1 herb bouquet. Let all cook until tender, then add 1/2 can of peas. Remove the meat, cut into thin slices, season, and serve with the soup. 4. Chinese salad. Mix 2 dozen cooked oysters with 3 truffles and 2 cooked potatoes cut into shreds. Season with salt and pepper. Add all kinds of chopped herbs and moisten with white wine. Line the salad bowl with crisp lettuce leaves, fill with the mixture, sprinkle with finely chopped parsley. Pour over a mayonnaise dressing and garnish with anchovy fillets. 5. Egyptian salad. Mix highly seasoned cold-cooked rice with some grated onion, chopped parsley, and chives. Add 2 dozen fine-cut French sardines. Put on crisp lettuce leaves in a salad bowl and cover with a mayonnaise dressing. Garnish with thin shreds of red beets and serve. 6. English dumplings. Beat 3 yolks of eggs with 1 tablespoonful of sugar. Add 1/2 cup of finely chopped suet, 1/2 cup of currants, 1/2 teaspoonful of salt, and a little nutmeg. Sift 1 cup of flour with 1 heaping teaspoonful of baking powder. Mix well with the beaten whites of the eggs. Make into dumplings the size of an egg. Let steam. Serve hot with lemon sauce. 7. Irish pancakes. Mix 1/2 pound of sifted flour with 2 beaten eggs, a pinch of salt, a pint of milk, and 1/2 ounce of melted butter. Mix well to a smooth pancake batter and fry in hot lard to a delicate brown. Sprinkle with powdered sugar and serve hot. 8. English cream pudding. Line a well-buttered pudding dish with a rich puff paste and bake. Then beat 1 cup of butter with 1/2 pound of pulverized sugar. Add the grated rind and juice of a lemon and beat well with the yolks of 6 eggs. Add the whites beaten to a froth. Fill the pudding dish with the mixture and bake until done. 9. Bavarian roast turkey. Clean and season a fat turkey. Stuff with 3 raw potatoes, 2 apples, and 1 onion grated. Mix with a lump of butter and 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Add 1 egg. Season with sage, thyme, salt, and pepper, then put in a dripping pan. Pour in 1 cup of water and dredge with flour. Let bake in a hot oven until done. 10. Jewish stewed cabbage. Shred a red cabbage very fine. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of drippings in a pan. Add the cabbage. Cover and let stew with 2 apples and 1 onion chopped fine. Then brown 1 tablespoonful of flour in hot butter. Add 1/2 cup of water mixed with vinegar. Season with salt, pepper, and sugar to taste. Pour the sauce over the cabbage. Let simmer 10 minutes. Add 1/2 cup of red wine. Let boil up and serve hot. 11. Venison à la Française. Season venison steaks with salt, pepper, and lemon juice. Put in a saucepan with 2 tablespoonfuls of hot butter. Add 1 onion, 2 bay leaves, 1 clove of garlic, and a sprig of parsley minced fine. Let brown, then add 1/2 can of mushrooms, some thyme chopped fine, and a glass of claret. Cover and let simmer until tender. Serve with toasted croutons and currant jelly. 12. Italian macaroni. Boil macaroni in salted water until tender. Drain. Then heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter in a saucepan. Add the macaroni, 1/2 cup of chopped boiled tongue, 1/2 cup of chopped mushrooms, 1/2 cup of grated cheese. Cover. Let get very hot. Then mix a highly seasoned tomato sauce with a small glass of wine. Let boil up and pour over the macaroni. Serve hot with roast veal. 13. Russian stuffed tongue. Take fresh beef tongue, make an incision with a sharp knife and fill with chopped onions, breadcrumbs, a lump of butter, sage, thyme, salt, and pepper. Sew up and let boil until nearly done. Remove the skin. Then stick cloves all over the tongue and let cook until tender. Add 2 tablespoonfuls of vinegar and 1 tablespoonful of butter. Serve, garnished with sliced beets, olives, and sprigs of parsley. 14. Hungarian dumplings. Mix 2 eggs with 1 tablespoonful of water, a pinch of salt, and enough sifted flour to make a stiff dough. Roll out on a well-floured baking board as thin as possible. Cut into 3-inch squares and fill with the following mixture. 1 cup of cottage cheese. Mix with 1 tablespoonful of butter, 2 beaten eggs, sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg to taste. Fill the dumplings. Press the edges well together. Boil some milk. Season with a pinch of salt and sugar to taste. Lay in the dumplings and boil until done. Serve with the sauce. 15. German stewed fish. Clean the fish. Cut into large slices. Salt well and sprinkle with black pepper and let stew with sliced onion, some celery, and parsley. Add a few slices of lemon. Let cook 15 minutes to the pound. Then mix 1 tablespoonful of flour with 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add to the fish. Let cook 5 minutes more and serve hot or cold. 16. French stuffed partridge. Clean, singe, and draw young partridges. Season and stuff each bird with chopped oysters well seasoned and sprinkle with parsley. Put a small piece of butter in each bird. Place the birds in a baking pan, cover with thin slices of bacon, add a little hot water and bake in a hot oven until done. Serve with toast. 17. Russian pickled herring. Soak 1 dozen herring overnight in water, then mash the milch and roes and mix with 4 tablespoonfuls of brown sugar. Put the herring in a large dish with 2 large onions sliced. Make alternate layers of herring, onions, and sliced lemon, 8 bay leaves, a few cloves, whole peppers, and some mustard seed. Pour over all some vinegar. Ready to serve in 5 hours. Will keep for 1 week. Serve with boiled potatoes. 18. Hungarian duck. Season and roast the duck, then cut into pieces for serving. Chop the giblets. Add to the gravy in which the duck was roasted with 1 glass of red wine, 1/4 teaspoonful of paprika, a pinch of cloves, and the juice of a lemon. Let boil. Add the sliced duck and let simmer until tender. Serve hot. Garnish with fried croutons. 19. Venison à la Parisienne. Cut venison into pieces. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Add 1 onion, 1 bay leaf, 2 sprigs of parsley, and 2 of thyme, all chopped fine. Add the venison, salt, and pepper. Let all fry a few minutes, then add 1 cup of consommé and let simmer until tender. Add 1/2 glass of sherry and 1/2 can of chopped mushrooms. Let all get very hot and serve with toasted croutons. 20. Jewish boiled fish. Clean and season a large fish with salt and pepper and let cook with 1 cup of vinegar, 1 large onion, 2 sprigs of parsley and 2 of thyme, 1 tablespoonful of butter, 1/2 cup of raisins, a few cloves, 1 lemon sliced, and 1 teaspoonful of prepared mustard. Let cook until done. Remove the fish. Add 2 large pickles chopped and 1/4 cup of sugar and thicken with the yolks of 2 eggs well beaten. Serve hot or cold, garnished with parsley. English stuffed duck. Clean and season the duck, then chop the giblets. Add 1 onion, some celery, and parsley. Mix with 1 cup of breadcrumbs and a beaten egg. Season this highly and fill the duck. Put in the dripping pan with some hot water, 1/2 glass of sherry, and a lump of butter. Sprinkle with flour. Bake until done. Serve with applesauce. 22. French stewed rabbits. Skin and clean the rabbits. Cut into pieces at the joints. Season well. Heat 2 tablespoonfuls of drippings in a stew pan. Add the rabbits, 1 onion, and 2 cloves of garlic sliced fine, 1 bay leaf, 2 sprigs of parsley, and thyme. Let all brown a few minutes. Then add 1 cup of hot water and cook slowly until tender. Thicken the sauce with flour and butter. Add a glass of claret. Boil up and serve. 23. Italian salad. Cut 1 pound of cooked veal in very small pieces. Add 1 herring that has been soaked in milk, 3 cooked potatoes, 2 pickles, 3 boiled beets, 3 apples, 2 stalks of celery, 1 cooked carrot. Pour over a mayonnaise dressing and garnish with sliced hard-boiled eggs, olives, and capers. 24. Hungarian stewed pigeons. Season the pigeons and stuff with chopped chicken. Let stew slowly with chopped onions, chives, celery, and parsley. Add salt and paprika to taste. Cook until tender. Serve hot with beet salad. 25. Vienna baked goose breast. Take the breast of the goose and cut the meat from the bone. Chop fine with some onion, 1 clove of garlic, parsley, and a little thyme, salt, black pepper, and paprika. Mix with 2 eggs and fine breadcrumbs. Put the chopped breast mixture back on the bone. Place in a baking dish. Pour over some dripping. Sprinkle with flour and bake until brown. Serve with sour apple compote. 26. Italian veal and macaroni. Season tender veal cutlets with salt and red pepper and sauté in hot olive oil. Then cover and simmer until tender. Boil macaroni until tender. Drain. Add the macaroni to the veal with 1 cup of stock and 3 tablespoonfuls of chopped cheese. Let all simmer 10 minutes. Put on a platter and cover with breadcrumbs fried in butter. Serve hot. 27. French squirrel fricassee. Cut the squirrels into pieces at the joints. Sprinkle well with salt. Let lay 1 hour, then sprinkle with pepper and lemon juice. Put 2 large tablespoonfuls of dripping in a pan. When hot, lay in a squirrel with 1 sliced onion, cover and let brown. Then add 1 cup of tomato sauce, some celery seed and chopped parsley, and 1 cup of hot water. Let simmer until tender. Add 1/2 glass of sherry wine. Let get very hot and serve with French peas. 28. Irish mutton stew. Season mutton chops with salt and pepper. Put a tablespoonful of hot drippings in a saucepan. Add the chops, some sliced turnips, potatoes and onions, salt and pepper. Then cover with water and cook slowly until tender. Thicken the sauce with a little flour mixed with 1/2 cup of milk. Season to taste and serve very hot. 29. German bread pudding. Crumb a stale loaf of bread to make 2 cupfuls and soak in 1 quart of milk. Beat the yolks of 4 eggs with 1 cup of powdered sugar. Add the bread, a small cup of raisins, and the grated peel of a lemon. Mix all well. Put in a well-buttered pudding dish and bake until brown. Beat the whites with a pinch of salt, sugar, and a little lemon juice spread on the top. Let get light brown in the oven. Serve with wine sauce. 30. Hungarian spice cakes. Sift 1 pound of flour. Beat the yolks of 4 eggs with 1 pound of sugar. Add 1/2 ounce cinnamon, 1/2 ounce of ginger, 1/4 teaspoonful of cloves, some grated lemon peel, and a pinch of salt. Make all into a dough and roll into small cakes about 1 inch in diameter. Put on well-buttered baking plates, sprinkled with flour, and bake in a moderate oven until a rich brown. Serve with wine. 31. French braised sweetbread. Parboil the sweetbreads. Drain. Put in the baking pan with a piece of salt pork, 1 onion, 1 carrot, 1 bay leaf, and a sprig of thyme, all cut fine. Sprinkle with pepper. Dredge with flour. Add 1/2 cup of stock. Let cook in the oven until done. Serve with mushrooms. End of Chapter 12. End of 365 Foreign Dishes by Unknown.